last left it off, the party began their hijinks of 3 days of downtime. A number of pranks was ensued, and eventually, on the evening of the third day, Loic called you all forth into the map room, where discussions of a plan went underway. Loic gave you a full rundown of what he could spare in terms of, who's willing to fight, and it was decided that this rebellion will stay a rebellion for now until you are ready. When you are able to disrupt your foe enough, until you've gathered more allies, and then eventually this rebellion will become a full-blown revolution. However, that is still a long ways away. And we come back now to the evening of just after you have finished that meeting, and you leave the room and go out into your somewhat familiar but still a little overwhelming keep. The satyr that has been given to you as a gift/bribe from Ophelia is there, and he seems to intend to act as your personal aide/butler. However, is there anything you guys would like to do this evening? Anybody you'd like to go speak to? Anything at all?
This is the last evening before the meetings that we arranged last week. Is that correct?
Yeah. So this is after the meeting. So the meeting's been adjourned. You've been given all of the people, all the missives from the people who want to go see you. But the evening is yours. So it's up to what do you want to do?
Is there anyone we want to go and see tonight, or?
I mean, personally, no. I'd rather let them sleep on it, and we don't want them to think that we're punctual and forthright, do we? Because then they'll start making
the wrong impression.
Exactly. We don't want them to expect immediate responses when that's not something we can guarantee going forward. So let them give them a day.
I mean, I do think Wanlan mentioned something about them already waiting 3 days before they've contacted us. So,
that's on them. They should have contacted us on the first day.
Yeah, he's been blocking everyone. Or
well, to be fair, questioning Wanlan about a thing, he would reveal to you that the first person to try and make contact with you was Sane.
Oh God!
And he is
2 minutes after we arrived.
Yeah. He has tried successfully to contact us. Successively. That's the one. Probably twice, 3 times every day since then.
Oh God, man's impatient.
But you guys are in charge here. You're the heroes here. You're the legends that stood up to a king, defied the knights and their soldiers, and escorted their people to safety at great personal risk to yourselves. Basically, you make the rules here. They're looking to you like leaders, and that's
Naked Thursdays.
And that's why they have the impromptu guard that has been denying people at the gates until you basically say, "Hey, no, let them in." Basically,
could I do a retroactive check? History or religion, I don't know, obviously your discretion. On where Moradin said, bring it to me in person regarding the Rod of Lordly Might. If I would know where that is, basically.
Moradin resides in his home plane, the creation plane. That is a general knowledge fact.
I need to go to a god's plane. Oh no!
Getting to a god's plane is a much different thing. You have heard tales of people who have been able to travel freely between planes before, and this was more often to go to the planes of fire, the elemental, even the astral realm, such like that. To get to a god's realm, it requires a few more steps, namely a specific key that can hone you in on that god's realm.
To know.
This is as a devout believer of Moradin, this is general knowledge that you would learn through your faith.
That's splendid. I just need to find a key.
Probably best person to speak to will probably be the archpriest of the faith of Moradin in Filiderzan. If he doesn't have it, then he'd probably give you a good idea of where it might be found.
I shall make a note. Well, do you guys want me to go speak to Sane, or like I say, should we just put that on the back burner until tomorrow?
Yeah, I think all the meetings tomorrow. I think if we deal with the old bag situation. Well, that's not subtle. Things in bag that need to go out of bag.
What a way of saying it, jeez.
For someone that's supposedly charismatic, lacking.
Rennas is charismatic, Richard is not.
The bag situation.
Yeah, no, that was really put. It sounded good in my head till it came out.
Korgrin,
Shall we go and give your mother a very respectful resting place?
Hello.
can I talk to you after, please?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Do we do it tonight or should we do it in the morning?
Night time seems more fitting for resting to me.
It's up to you. She was your mother at the end of the day.
That is very true.
This is true. I would like to get it done sooner than later, so we could do it now. Is everyone done doing everything else? Everyone's here? Yeah?
Aye.
Yeah, let's do it then. We should probably get her out the back, huh?
Might be an idea.
Deal with that bag situation.
Okay. How far away is the tree from the keep?
Probably a 10-minute walk.
10-minute
Maybe
walk.
less. Are you going directly to Veriti's tree?
I believe that's probably where we were going to do it. That'd probably be the best place.
So as the sun sets, the sky is clear and serene. The people slowly rouse down and finish their daily tasks of making this place a home. For you guys, the setting sun brings another meaning. Putting it off for a few days, you turn to what should be done, what must be done. Begin your final preparations inside the keep. So, is there anything specific you'd like to wear? How are your characters feeling? What do you do, basically?
Before we do anything, obviously, I want to go out and I will dig the hole in which we're going to be burying her. I don't know if anyone wants to help do that. But then after that, I'd like to come back in and get dressed into some formal clothes, like a suit if I have it. I think I've got a suit, so I'll get dressed into that.
Tree?
I
Could be the tree! I could be the tree!
It's only because I was about to say that I have the priest costume, which actually came from the same place as the tree, which is what made me laugh.
Oh, sorry, just adding a bit of levity to
Corgi in
Yeah.
the priest outfit.
It's probably the wrong size.
Probably.
I'll be walking around and it's like a dressing gown just dragging on the floor. It's just, oh, this is terrible. Track dirt in here into this tree.
Well, Bella, you make your way out to the forest. It is surprisingly quiet. It's muffling out the sounds of the refugees not but a short walk away. You make your way to Veriti's tree. Now, are you there by yourself or did anybody else come with you?
if it's to dig the hole, then I am there to dig the hole.
Well,
Give
the
a hand.
tree, does the tree have a spirit that can talk? Is that because I missed that session?
Yes.
Okay.
It's, his name
I would
is-
ask permission first, so I'd want to speak to the tree before doing anything.
So, Arrabella and Bellatrix, you make your way to the tree, and there is no one else around. And as you sort of just starts surveying the area, and once again you can see the trunk in the tree sort of expand a little, and out pops the almost a greenish hue-skinned, white-haired ancient elf known as Verity, fused with the tree as he looks down. You guys. I sense the sadness you bring inside this forest.
I have come to ask a favor of you.
What do you ask?
I lost someone very close to me, and I was hoping to have your blessing of this being her resting place.
Tell me about her, please. I wish to know.
She was wonderful, as colourful as my hair. Always happy, always feisty. She did everything with passion. I know that when I was a kid I didn't appreciate what she was doing. I didn't know what she was doing, but I have learnt that she is stronger than I ever thought she was. She was incredible, and I only knew half of it.
Your heart is pure. I have not seen a heart like this. Long time. I offer you my sympathies and my heartfelt condolences. Loss is never easy, but it is a way of life sometimes. If you wish to bury your mother here, your story has moved me. If you wish, I will open the dream gate for you, and you may place her inside.
Dreamgate is? Or Arcana check?
What does the dream gate do?
You start to make an Arcana check. Arri, go ahead. You've heard of it before, but you're not too sure of the specifics, but it sounds, from what you heard of it, it sounded like an extra dimensional space where time no longer exists.
I'll explain that to Bella.
There, time will not ravage her body, and she will be at peace alongside those who hold special significance. You have brought me out of my isolation. I hope it is enough.
I cannot thank you for offering that to me. I can't thank you anymore. I just want somewhere for her to rest peacefully.
You will find no better place.
Then I will accept.
Return with your mother, and I shall open the way. And he sinks back into the tree.
Arri would probably just be holding Bella's hand now. And just like trying to comfort her and just like kind of like leaning her head on her and stuff and just...
She will
Serene
be
is a somewhat
quietly.
strange sight as Bellatrix is nearly 3 times the size of Arrabella.
Yeah. So it's basically leaning my head on her hand as I'm holding onto her pinky.
Let's go get the others.
Finally be at peace.
She deserves it.
She does.
So, you return to the keep. where you find the rest of your party there. Now, is there anybody else you would like with you during the
The
burial?
party.
I have made a speech.
Does that include Loic?
Um,
Do you want Loic there, or do you want this to be the 6 of you?
Loic can be there. We spent enough time to have formed a bond.
Alright.
So I would have asked him, yeah.
He appreciates the fact that this is a very sad thing for you, and he respectfully accepts, and he will dress in his finest. He always dresses rather well, but he dresses in a little bit more black.
Well, he's a
Yeah.
guard. He can't look shabby.
Just the party, then. Yes,
Okay.
no one else.
So, there are ceremonial clothes available, the limit of which is basically up to the extent of your imagination. Just think them a little bit more elven. Spend a little bit of time getting yourselves ready. Otti is with you every step of the way, Bella, I imagine.
She's nodding furiously.
Eventually, you are ready, and you all gather together in the foyer of the keep with Melody. I assume she's perhaps wrapped up in something
Yeah, seeing
Nice.
as her body was,
quite sunken and
yeah, it
Sorry.
wasn't very pretty. I will do my best to cover it, and just leave the face. Maybe, I don't know, see if we can cover that lightly as well with something
Okay.
that's thin.
easily doable. Wanlen does help you with that one. Here, what would you like to do?
Okay. Let's see. Who's tall enough to help me gather to carry her?
I would happily offer my services. I'm probably one of the tallest. I still
Yeah.
don't think I'm quite as tall as you, but
No.
I'll
so
hold it above my head. It's fine.
it would probably
I think-
be.
I think Verity would offer to use Steve's hand to help carry her, perhaps.
Sure. Very
Pence's floating disc that she can do.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
that
that's
would work quite well.
That
Just
would work
nice-
quite well.
Yeah, we can all just walk alongside it and it can float along.
Yeah.
That would work very well, in fact, yeah.
Alright, so Verity will bring forth Tense's floating disc, and you place Melody's body upon it, and it's a rather nice fit, actually. You have to curl her up a little bit, but it's fine. And with that, in procession, you all walk out of the keep. The guards notice this, and many of them just take off any caps or hats that they are wearing, and they just give you respectful nods. As you make your way hive tree where Verity exists. Because you're moving at a relatively slow pace, it does take you a few extra minutes this time, but when you get there, he is waiting for you. And the trees themselves look like maybe a more neon shade of blue, perhaps. Almost as if to represent the acceptance of what is the emotion, effectively. And as you bring forth the body on the disc, Verity smiles. He closes his eyes, and you all hear and at the base of the tree, it opens up. It's like a veil of pink and blue shoots forth a little bit, and somewhat of an ethereal feel about it appears. Before you is a gate into the tree.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Okay. So she's still on the disc.
She's still on the disc now, yes.
Does it look like the disc would fit through the gate?
Oh, yeah, no.
I think it's only about 3 foot wide, something like that.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay.
So, do you take the disc inside through the gates?
Does it? The gate is through to the.
It goes through the tree.
Does it look like there's another place on the other side, or does that go into the?
It's difficult to tell on the outside.
Okay, then I'll go through. Yeah.
So leading the disc through. Once you step forth the threshold, inside you find yourself a small cave with a flower bed, quite wide, and the walls of the cave give the impression that there is an endless sea of pink clouds and waterfalls that originate from nowhere and fall into the endless sky below. The environment changes based on how you interpret it. Do you want it to be... It's not night yet, but did you want it to be nighttime?
Kind of twilight, not quite nighttime.
So it was a more brighter area, but then as you walk inside and you behold it, it quickly shifts and reforms itself and turns into a beautiful orange sky with a very distant sunset that seems to stick halfway on the horizon, and you can see the stars in the sky. And whether or not they are just reflections of the light inside the cave or if they're actual stars, you cannot tell. But just the way it is, it's just everything is clear. And at the base, inside this cave, there are 4 crystal tombs, evenly spaced apart. They shine the lights from inside the dream gate, and you can clearly see inside the tombs. There are plaques written in an ancient language before all of them, and the 4 bodies inside look perfectly preserved. So, you have the earth before you.
Okay. Would I be able to, looking at just glancing at the plaques, would I be able to recognize what language it is?
You do not recognize their language. They're a very ancient language.
I imagine Verity would be looking with the...
If Verity was to step inside, she would read them.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
it's just you in there at the moment.
Just me. Okay. All 4 of the coffins, small coffins, the thingies have people in, right?
That's right.
Is there an open one, or...?
No.
Okay. And is there enough space in there for everyone to come through?
There is, yes.
Then I will walk back out and call everyone through.
So you all walk inside, and what you see is dependent on how you are feeling. The environment changes based on how the person wants to view things. If you want to see night, it will change to a silvery moonlit sky with endless stars. If you want to see a dawn, it will create the most brilliant of flashing of doors. If you want it to snow, it will snow. And if you want there to be sun, there will be sun. Every environment feels the same to all of you, but you could potentially all see things differently. But it's always the same where you are, with the 4 crystal open tombs that you can see inside. What do you guys want to do?
Okay.
There was a bed of flowers.
There is a bed of flowers, yes.
We should lay her down there. I will lift her off.
Yes.
I should be strong enough to do it myself and lay her down on the bed of flowers.
On the bed of flowers. They seem to shift and move expectantly, waiting for you to settle her in the most peaceful position I imagine you can put her in. And there she lies, on the flowers. So is she still covered?
I'll uncover her face. The rest I will keep covered. But the
So
veil I'll remove.
You see her face and you recognise her, but at the same time you don't. The horrors she must have endured in that godforsaken jail clearly changed her. But that face of your mother, kindest lady you've ever known, is there.
I'll just whisper a quiet sorry. Sorry this happened, before stepping back.
As you all lay your heads in silence, after about a minute, the earth shifts and seems to swallow Melody.
Before that happens, can I do something, please?
Sure.
So, as she's on the ground, I'll kind of look at Bella and I'll be like, kind of look at her like, do you mind if I go? And do you mind if I say something? Oh, I've got to cry. Oh my god, why am I so emotional? Oh. So I'll kneel down and I'll kind of grab her hand as I can. And I will say this, essentially. And apologies if I completely butcher Melody's backstory with this. And I'll just say, this is more for the sake of Korgrin, this bit. But when I was young, my mother, Hope, passed away very suddenly. I was only young. I didn't really understand what was going on. And I was angry with myself, everyone, and the world. But Melody saw me like this, and instead of ignoring me, like my dad did, and my aunt did, she listened to my scream. And she didn't scorn me for my curse words, and she held me when I lashed out. And then before she left, she introduced me to someone who is now one of my best friends. And at that point, I'll look at Bellatrix. At this point, I will direct to Melody. The last few weeks have been hectic, and not at all any of us have planned. We were forced to leave Oakenheath, a home for a lot of us, and now we are on the run. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say finding your journals was a highlight of the journey, a little reminder of home and the comforts of our parents. Then finding you in that cell, betrayed by the same bastard that double-crossed us. We know you tried to stay around for Bellatrix, Melody. We do. I know it would have been lovely to meet you again, after reading of your torture and the fight that you put up. I hope that you are now finally at peace. I am unsure what you would want from us, Melody. I can't see you wanting us to avenge you. I imagine you would like us to live our lives to the full, free of hate. But I can't. Too much has been taken. But I will promise you that once those who have wronged us have fallen, I will try to live a life that you will be proud of. Thank you for being there for me when I was broken and helping me to heal. I will be there as much as I can for your Trixie should you need me. I just hope that I'll be able to help. And with that, Arri will stand up kind of just wipe her face and step back a bit.
Anything else anybody would like to say?
Is Otti about Rich?
Yeah, I think Otti wanted to say something.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that I remember all the times walking around Oakenheath where your smile would be enough just to brighten everyone's day. This is a better place for you in this bed of flowers. And I'll take out the note that I wrote ages ago. And I wrote and I scribbled out and I wrote and I scribbled out, not knowing what to say. And I'll put it in with Melody, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And just whisper to her that if she sees my dad, please take care of him. And just touch her ever so gently and just walk off.
I'll wait on you guys before you want me to continue.
I have a cat trying to console me.
Real life cat trying to console D&D problems.
She's trying. She can see that I'm crying and she doesn't like it. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I'm sure
Sorry.
they would just attack us when we started crying.
I'll nudge Rennas and just quietly ask, was there something you wanted to say, or do you mind?
I wasn't going to say anything, and I feel strange doing an arrow salute inside a tree. I'm worried I'm going to hurt him.
Probably not best, but I'll step forward and ask, Bella, would you mind if I said a few words?
Go ahead.
It would seem herein lies Melody Fortis, if I'm understanding right.
Yeah.
I didn't know her, but I'm sorry to say that I didn't know her. She certainly sounds like the kind of person to bring people together as opposed to tear them apart. It would seem she did that twice. The first time with her first group, Hud, Nimbles, everyone else that accompanied her. And she did it again, only this time with this sorry batch of misfits and ne'er-do-wells. I just hope that wherever she went, when her spirit finally fought for the last time and refused to lay down and instead went defiantly, that she was welcome wherever she chose to go. And if she wasn't, then I'd say she was an honorary dwarf. And I would hope Moradin would open his gates to her, to drink and feast and laugh and watch over her little Trixie one last time. And I'll just bow, do a quick blessed be this place of rest, and step back.
Loic steps forward and says, do you mind if I say a word?
Go ahead.
Melody, I didn't know you. I wish I could have, but I didn't. But if Bellatrix is half the woman that you were, then we've lost so much more than just a mother and a leader, a loved one. We've lost a hero. So I hope you can be buried as one, and remembered as one. I refuse to remember how we found you. I will only remember the effect you left on your beautiful daughter. And I'll look to her to see her spirit. Rest well. And he steps back. I don't know what Verity would say in this situation, so I'm not going to speak for her.
I think she said she wouldn't speak because of the accent.
I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. Who else is there? That's all of us, right?
Just Rennas now, if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I can say something if you want. I'll step
You
forward and I'll say I've never actually told anyone this, but back in my youth, I actually tried to pick Melody's pocket. Hadn't been picking pockets for long, a few months. That was it. And but I'd gotten pretty good at it. Used to be in and out, a few copper, a few silver. It kept me fed, you know. I saw Melody. I went for it. Oh my God. She grabbed my wrist like that. I've never seen someone move so fast. And then she did something strange. She reached into her bag. She took out a small piece of bread. Gave it to me and said if I was hungry, I could come to her. But if she caught me stealing a second time, there wouldn't be a third. Never tried stealing from Melody again. She was a wonderful person. She'll be missed. And that's what I'll say.
Is there anything else you would like to say, Bella?
So I'll step forward this time. And just start with, God, I miss you. I've missed you for so long. I didn't understand why you left me when I was younger. It was difficult to have you there and to know that there was always going to be a time where I had to miss you, but you always came back. I understand why you did what you did. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that I'm on the same path that you took. I know you didn't really want me to be a fighter. I don't have any choice, just like you didn't have any choice. I will carry on what you started. And I know you'd be proud of me if you could see me now. You were always my inspiration, and I'm not saying goodbye, because you will live on in me. I will fight for you. You taught me so much. I will never stop being kind. I'll never stop being strong. Just like you never did. And I will lay down the glaive that I had, that she gave me. Just on top, or next to her, on top of the flowers.
Okay. It rests there. Peaceful. And with that, the body seems to sink into the earth. The ground itself shifts. Eventually, a new crystal tomb erupts from the ground, settling alongside the other tombs. Inside is Melody, laying peacefully still, as if she was sleeping. No, that time will never touch her. Time will never ravage her. She can rest here in her dreams forever. The Goliath is inside there.
Cool. Good. I will turn and begin to walk away. Tears.
Bella leaves the dream gate and goes out into the woods beside Catalitia's tree, leaving the rest of you inside the dream gate.
I'd just follow Bella out, I think. We've said our piece.
Verity will read the plaques of the other 4 tombs.
So that she knows Melody's in good company.
At the
inside the dream gate.
Oh yeah, you guys are still in there. At the entrance to the dream gate, does that look like an area that used to just exist? Like, if the dream gate closes, will that area still exist?
You think so?
I would like to use Druidcraft to make some Stargazer lilies just sprout in front of the gate.
Easy enough. Stargazers will sprout. It just marks the entrance.
I'll give Verity a nudge and say, well, who else has earned this right?
Well, which one would you like out of the 4? They're sort of lined up next to each other, with excluding Melody.
Furthest to closest, I assume.
So, closest to you, furthest from you, the one that's on the far right, it has a dwarven female inside the ceremonial robes of House Platitorm, a long dead house of royalty, golden braided hair and smooth dark skin. And Verity reads the plaque, and it says, "Here rests Dagnall Platitorm, the all-mother of clans. Her struggles have ended. Now she resides with her husband, the All-Father."
That would definitely earn a quick. Jeez.
Middle right has a humanoid creature of lime green skin, slender with black robes of another worldly nature, black spiked hair with grey streaks and pointy ears. Now, Rennas, you recognize this as a similar creature to those that you saw in the astral planes.
Ooh.
His plaque reads, "Sleep here, Zerthamon. You shouldn't be lost forever in the swirling chaos. You deserve peace. Our people will want to see you where you lay one day. Watch over me, brother. I will finish what you started and unite the clans." Middle left has an elven male with long black hair that is combed and straightened delicately, golden robes that signify royalty and magic in multiple designs. This particular body looks fresh, like it died yesterday. He has smooth pale skin, and an ornate mithril headdress. His plaque reads, "Within dreams, within the starry sky, within the endless voyage of spirit. Long may he rest, long may he reign, long may we remember our king, our hope, our past, our future, King Jurai Jackas, the founder." On the far left is a human body, in simple clothing akin to an ancient commoner. Functional, comfortable, no statement, just normality. The body is surrounded by roses and tulips, which also seem to have not decayed inside the tomb. The face has 2 coins on his eyes, with painted eyes that make it seem like he's awake. One coin is yellow, the other is red. His hair is a short black. It's probably a little wavy in life. His chest area is caved in somewhat, with 4 definitive punctures. It's obvious somebody tried to put the body back together in death, but could not fix these parts, and they look like mini craters where his clothes fall inwards a little. His plaque reads, "He saved us. He saved me. Never has anyone loved so much. Never has anyone gave so much. I will watch over you, my love, forever, until the end. For our comrades, for Arrabella, for Korgrin, for Venmarie, for Rennas, for Otti, for Bellatrix, for Wixia. I will watch you, Argus. Your sacrifice will let us live."
Could I request that be put in chat, please?
Yes, please.
Oh, I said that, but I was muted. That's exactly what I said. I was like, I need that in writing.
It's in Argus Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm. Is this signed by anyone?
On a post-it note on my computer.
Perchance are the 4 punctures different colours?
You cannot see, they are covered by his clothes.
Fair.
We could
Side
potentially
quest.
ask the tree guy about them. I am there.
True.
Tell
Fair
me
enough.
what you want to do.
I mean, certainly at the very least, once all had been read, Korgrin would pay final respects to Melody, step outside.
Korgrin steps outside, and assume Otti would have followed after Bella, leaving Arri and Verity
Yes, you would have done.
inside the Dream Gate. Is there anything else you'd like to do here, Arri? Anything else at all?
This is a lot to ponder. I don't think right now is the time to question. Forgot his name.
Kadaritia.
But another day, and I'll turn and walk out.
Verity follows. And once you all step out, the gate slowly sort of spirals inwards, and the entrance closes. And once again, it just looks like part of the tree that belongs to Verity. So now everybody has joined Bella, Rennas, and Otti outside. Loic would have walked out alongside you guys as well. What would you guys like to do?
I
Understand
feel
this message, I can't stop staring at.
I feel for tonight we should go and drink to
Let's
Melody.
drink.
We still have that halfling ale, yeah?
If it's in your inventory, yeah.
I think I got about half a barrel left.
I have some dry wine, but it's
I think Verity's got.
You able to make beer?
Who?
Cadaritia. He can make crops. Why can't he make beer? You never know. Worth asking. Ferment some potatoes for me. Give me vodka.
Cadaritia looks at you a little perplexed. I don't think anyone's asked that of me before.
well, this is Arrabella. Get used to it.
Strange day.
Let me see. And they a branch lowers down towards your level, Arri. And quite rapidly you can see this sapling of a fruit pluck from one of the roots, the stems, and eventually it just kind of grows and grows and grows until eventually it becomes the size of a watermelon. And with that, it falls off of the tree, and the branch leans up. The fruit itself is, looks red, sweet. Definitely could be processed into something else. Cadaritia just says, that is the best that I can do with what I remember.
Appreciate the effort. Thank you. I will try and pick it up, but I assume it might be too big for me.
Well, it's, hefty, but it's fine for you, Arri. Cadaritia will look at you, Bellatrix, and say, you need not worry. I will watch over your mother. And the more you talk about her, the more her memory will live on. Look. Another branch lowers, and on it you can see 7 little seedlings, blue fruit, similar to the memory fruit that he has growing off of them, but like much, much smaller. He says, see how your memories already grow here. I will remember. Maybe in the future, others will remember too. Branch retreats into the endless canopy that is the tree.
Thank you once more for this. I cannot repay you.
Peace be upon you. And with that, he sinks into the tree again. What do you guys want to do from here?
Back
Let's
to the
drink.
fort.
Let's go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back to the fort.
So
Dry
you
wine and halfling ale.
begin trudging your way back towards the keep. You walk in through the gates. You come inside the main hall to where the dining table is, and you'll pluck yourselves down on it.
Just feeling like Baby from Dirty Dancing with this big ass watermelon.
You carried a watermelon?
Ugh.
So, if you would like to request drinks, Wandlin will happily provide them to you.
We have drinks already at this place? It's looking up.
Satyrs have a need beyond other half-elves to acquire such things.
Then yeah, some lovely elvish wine.
So, some wine is supplied to you. It is aged fine like hell, like really old. So it's got a bit of a kick to it, but it's sweet, somewhat nectary, and certainly does the job. There is enough for pretty much everyone, including Korgrin and Bellatrix, to get hammered.
Nice. Then we drink.
Into the night.
Oh, more just what's it called when you cradle a drink and you just hold it mainly?
Nurse it.
That's it. Nurse it. I'll mainly nurse mine.
I will not be nursing. I will be drowning sorrows.
You guys take the lead from here. You're drinking in the dining hall.
Hey, Arri said she wanted to speak to me, so I'm not going to initiate that. She can initiate that.
You are drinking in the dining hall. Sweet
Can I-
cold wine.
Can I try and process this watermelon?
Go
Like a
ahead.
giant grape, from what I sound like.
Yeah. Oof. Mate, do you have proficiency? Do you have a brewer's kit?
No. I have thieves' tools and a dragon ante set. I will ask Wanlon to bring me a brewer's kit. If he can find one in this fort.
There isn't one in the fort, but he knows where to look. So give him an hour, and he'll go find one for you.
Okay.
Possibly with a brewer as well. We don't know how to use them.
What do you mean? It's just put grapes or whatever else in, and then just it does magic, right? That's how it works.
I mean, there's casks and there's bottling and there's aging and there's it sounds like a lot of work to me.
Sounds like effort. I'm much more of a fan of mead. Honey.
This place definitely needs a brewer.
brew.
Job.
It tastes any good though, and I'll start poking it. We can make it a speciality.
Your finger goes straight through it, and it immediately kind of just spurts out this reddish-like liquid.
Put your mouth to it. Put your mouth to it. Drink it.
Don't
Like-
waste it.
One hand, like the finger that I poked in, I'll taste it.
Quite nice.
Tastes pretty good.
Is it
Anybody got
alcohol or is it just like juice at this point?
Anybody got a bucket? I imagine I won't know if it's alcohol until a bit later.
With a finger lick, you can't tell. I mean, it certainly tastes juicy, sweet, effectively like kind of grapey / peachy sort of flavour. Even.
I need a bucket now.
I'm sure someone can find a bucket, but I'll do it. I'll dip into the kitchen and find a bucket. Find a fucking pot.
Pots are available.
Nearest pot looks big enough to hold said liquid. Bring it out. and just dunk.
There's a stew pot available.
Yeah, I'll bring that out and just plunk it on the table. There you go.
Kind of try and pop it in there.
And once you pop it over there, it just kind of just like deflates itself, and you can see that the fruit itself just goes all shriveled up as a lot of this juice just drops into the bucket.
It's like when a watermelon bursts. Water balloon.
Yeah, basically that. But just a lot slower until eventually all that's left of the fruit is the shriveled skin.
Play a game and the loser eats this.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Actually,
anybody
it'd
else?
probably be very nice, actually. It's the skin of a sweet fruit.
If it looks gross.
I know that you mention it. It's kind of like when it's a bit cold outside, yeah.
Oh, too far.
You have your bucket of unknown
Liquid.
liquid. Yeah.
Sweet, grapey,
I'll have a
peachy,
glass.
unknown liquid.
Scoop a glass for Bella. There you go.
Hey.
Anybody else? I'll get one for myself
I'll stick
as
with
well.
the wine.
Verity would like some.
Okay, I'll give a glass to Verity too.
She's surprised that she got some.
She's
No,
almost
well,
old enough now. She grew a year like instantly.
No, she
shrunk
lost
a
the year.
No, shrunk you.
crap.
She's 16.
I'll just be like, this is a special day.
Oh, well. Okay.
I will
I mean-
not be tolerating it in the future.
You don't even know if it's alcoholic yet, so
It's
it could just...
my best, sweetest drink ever.
Fun drink.
Ah,
Ha ha
Fine.
ha. To drink. Ha ha ha.
ah.
Like, seriously, that accent is making me want to take it off you.
Yeah.
And she's not even here.
What do you mean? I do not know what it is you mean. What accent?
Just kind of give her a look and be like, anybody else want a glass?
No, but please do tell me how it goes. I'm curious.
I'm sure you'll probably witness.
So,
It's a melody.
Do you want to drink first, or do you want to drink together?
I will
Sounds-
raise a lovely glass
sounds
of
like-
elven wine.
You all clink your glasses and drink.
Kind of
And,
sitting on a more of a stout.
As the liquid passes through your lips, you almost have to do a little kickback on the throat. It's got a very strong, like, aftertaste to it. Kind of like I think like a sweetest, rawest apple. Effectively, like not non-ripe pears even. And as it sort of swashes down, you immediately feel kind of a warming sensation just sort of wash over your bodies, and you just go, "Woo!" You feel
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All I heard was you feel.
That's all I heard too. I was like, "You've gone deaf."
Oh, did you not hear everything I just said there?
I heard you feel.
Okay, so once the liquid passes goes past your lips, it gives you a bit of a kick in the back of your mouth. It has kind of like a ripe pear, or even not even an unripe fruit, like something that's not ready to be eaten yet. It's just that sour sweetness to it, and just makes you go, "Ooh!" But then as the liquid washes down your body, you feel a warming sensation just go over your body, and gives you kind of a shiver up the spine a little. And that it tasted strange, different, but all right. You feel okay.
I think it's alcohol free.
Fair. Tastes good though.
You only had the
Wine
one
isn't.
glass, so
Verity, you can have a wine if you want. I'll feel bad if I just get you to drink what is essentially squash all night. Just
I'll make some.
no magic.
Wine.
Please.
Wine. Ha ha ha.
Like, to be fair though, I can't say anything. I've been drinking since I was 14.
Wait, who? Meg or Arri?
Arri, Meg didn't actually start drinking until she was 17.
Lies.
Like, genuine. Like, I had a Lambrini at Halloween, like, when I was 14, but, you know. And I didn't start drinking this successfully till I was 22.
Bella, you get the hiccups.
Oh, sick! I've got a hiccup.
I will attempt to sneak up on Bellatrix and jump out of there to scare her. Does that cure hiccups?
Make a stealth check.
Far too many sheets.
Come on, stealth boy.
I'm coming.
Please don't.
That's just terrible.
I believe that beats your passive, Pella.
Yeah, it does.
So, Rennas, you take a moment where Bella is distracted, and you sneak up behind her.
Just like creep up and go, boo!
How does Bella react to that?
Turn around and punch him in the face.
Punch you in the face.
Like an attack roll.
Sorry, man.
Smack.
If it cures your hiccups, I'll take it.
Make an unarmed attack roll.
Let's see. So that would be, I don't have proficiency, so just my strength, which is +5. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine.
Rennas, you're quick enough to see this punch coming. You dodge out of the way. Boom!
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
I was willing to be friendly and say that I wasn't wearing armor or anything like that, but I still beat that. No, I was just trying to cure your hiccups. How do you feel?
I'm assuming the hiccups are still there.
Yeah.
So I just hiccup in your face. Yeah. Didn't work.
Sorry. I tried.
Rennas, as she hiccuped in your face, it's odd. There's a slight smell on her breath. What is an odour that Rennas finds very pleasant?
The smell of gold, of course.
Then on Bella's mouth smells like money.
Ella, have you been eating gold? What's wrong
You
with
okay
you?
there, Mr. Krabs? Like,
Not that I
$3
recall.
million. It's just fucking Bellatrix's tongue.
Like,
I don't think so.
you don't taste anything, Bella.
It just smells like gold. And unless I've been very mistaken, your breath doesn't normally smell like gold.
I don't think so.
I think Otti would probably be the best judge of that. No,
I'm shaking my head.
Wondering if parts of Otti smell like gold.
or taste.
I was attacked.
I didn't need to roll for that shit.
Sorry. No, I don't know what it is. What have you been eating?
I don't fucking berries. Good berries. Fucking good berries, and I had that fucking drink. I don't know that we squished out on that.
No, I didn't have the drink. I was sticking to the elven wine, but I mean, it's weird. I enjoy the smell of gold. Obviously, who doesn't? It's a lovely smell, but I'm not sure I want to drink it.
I don't think it is that nice a smell, man.
Otti now gives a hiccup.
Did you give this to me?
Me?
Yeah, are you contagious?
Am I still hiccuping?
Yes.
No, if I gave it to you, I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'm still obviously still hiccuping.
Okay, fine.
That's my logic.
So now, the big beasts of women, Bellatrix and Otti, are hiccuping.
Bella will giggle after every hiccup, just like, this is fucking dumb. Because it's stupid.
Anyone who gets close to them would notice the odour on their breaths. It will change varying to the character, but whatever your character feel is, whatever is a pleasant odour for that character is what they smell on each of their breaths.
Delicious cupcakes.
Nice.
They smell good, but just not good enough.
Yeah, eating their burps isn't quite as enjoyable as the cupcakes.
Hiccups.
I mean, smelling that Arri, you're getting a hankering.
Gold. There's gold in them there hills.
No way to speak about breasts.
Korgrin, what's a pleasant smell to you?
That's a very good question for Korgrin. I want to say he's a cheese lover, so a kind of mushroomy cheese, because that's what dwarves have underground. They don't have lettuce and carrots, etc., etc. They've got mushrooms.
Yeah.
So just an aromatic cheese, mushroomy
Thinking maybe
fusion.
specially mined rock or
I
something.
think.
A boulette cheese souffle.
Yeah, let's go with that.
That's what you smell on their breasts. It's nice. You haven't smelled like that. You haven't smelled anything like that for years.
Oh, I can't wait to go home and get some good food. The surface stuff is alright, but it's not good enough.
So,
I'm now going to raid the pantry. I'm going to actually go see what's in the pantry, so Korgrin will dip out for a few minutes.
It is mainly just vegetables and fruits.
Tragic.
Ask
What do
Wanlin if he's
dwarves
any
eat?
good at making cupcakes.
Well, I'm not very good at making cupcakes, but I know somebody in the Feywild who makes the best cupcakes.
That's no good to me.
Would you want me to go get some for you?
Don't eat fairy food.
I would like a cupcake, please.
You give me 10 minutes, I'll go get you a cupcake. And with that, he cracks and disappears.
As he shoots off, I'm going to ask Korgrin, what is it dwarves actually eat when they're at home? Surely crops don't grow underground with the lack of light. And what do you keep animals down there in a little underground farm?
As I'm going through the pantry, I'm like, no, this won't do. This is crap. Just there's a shouted response to Rennas of, well, it's mainly meats. There's a lot of mosses, believe it or not. Lichen is quite nutritious.
But is it
bread-
tasty? It doesn't sound tasty.
Well, think of it as like more. No, this is piss. It's more just imagine a mushroom, but give mushrooms different tastes and give it different consistencies. Think lettuce or cauliflower or I don't know. Sometimes even fruits. It depends a lot on the lichen and the moss and the mushroom. But we've got our own little. This is moldy. I didn't think things got moldy here. It just varies. It's red meats, mushrooms, lichens, sometimes fish if there's water nearby. It varies.
Bit of a in the campaigns for divorce, like if things get really bad, then you do eat things like carrion crawlers, which are good sources of protein. Delicacies do range up to hated enemy known as the chulls. They're more like they're kind of like your fish version of your palates. Wild bullets certainly dangerous, but the dwarves of Philly-Dozen have obviously tamed quite a lot of bullets, mainly as mounts and as livestock as well. So your primary meats come from tamed livestock bullets.
It's a very meat-heavy diet, and what isn't found in what we eat, we just get from what we drink instead.
I'm starting to wish I'd been born a dwarf. That sounds amazing. Meat and drink. That's the life for me.
Said
Who wants
before,
those vegetables?
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before that there isn't really a clock in Dwarven culture. It's a 24-hour thing. So if you're resting, someone else is working. If someone else is resting, you're probably working. So that means it's drink o'clock every o'clock.
I like the way you guys live. Once all this crap's over, we've kicked that demon ass back into the realms of hell or whatever. I'm coming back to yours for a party.
If there's anything left of Philly-Dozen, but they're stubborn people. They'll rebuild.
And I will drink and watch them do it. Good friend.
At least you'll be bringing coin.
Bringing coin with me when I leave, yeah.
No, you can't rob a people that's just been robbed.
We'll talk about it later. It's fine. So that's a discussion for future Rennas and future Korgrin.
I'll keep rummaging.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, that's pretty much all you'll find.
Then I would like to assemble a cook's utensils out of the things that I do find in the kitchen.
You're able to get a ramshackle one going, yeah.
Is Korgrin going to be our new chef? Making delicacies for us as we adventure?
Just rations are so boring, aren't they? No?
I wasn't saying it was a bad idea. I was fully on board.
Well, I'm glad I've got your support. Just maybe don't support it until I've actually cooked anything, perhaps.
Wanlund reappears inside the dining hall. In his hand, he's got a relatively larger cupcake that seems to shift on the spot, kind of like it's in multiple dimensions at once. It has a ethereal rainbow kind of colour towards it, and the sprinkles themselves seem to be alive, and they're jumping back and forth across on the cupcake itself. Here you go.
It reminds me of the fucking everything bagel meme.
You take the cupcake.
Yeah, I'll take it, but I'm going to stare at it and question why it's moving and try and figure out why it's moving.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, yay.
Face
So
shit
good.
is weird.
Much intelligence.
Face stuff is weird. And that's pretty much the explanation that Wanlund gives you. It doesn't belong in this realm, so it's going to behave a little differently.
See, I don't want to eat it, but I know Arri would.
Yeah, Arri is addicted.
Yep.
I will eat every cupcake possible.
Arri is going to take a bite of the cake.
It's odd. Every taste, every bite you have, like every other bite, it's almost as if nothing's in your mouth at all. So like you bite down on your teeth and like, oh, and then all of a sudden the food's back in your mouth. And you taste it and it's fine, but it's not good. Not the best.
Do more than one mouthful then.
Yeah.
Literally be disappointed after a mouthful and just put it
I
on the
can just
table.
imagine, like, as you follow Arri through the lands, there's just a trail of half-eaten cupcakes where she's found.
They're not even half-eaten.
Just
It's one
a
bite.
bite out of each one. Nope, that one's crap too. No, that one's crap too.
Your mind just goes back to that glorious, glorious cupcake that you had in that higher realm, and yeah, you just get frustrated. I'll never have something that perfect again.
I'll have another glass of the weird fruit wine.
All right, for the second glass, can you make a Constitution check, please? Not saving throw, just a check.
Yep.
I believe
At
this is
least
the
that's better than my
experience that
intelligence.
opium smokers have, where they have a really good first experience and then chase the dragon for the rest of their life.
Isn't
That's
it
how we
any
chase the
drug
cupcake
well?
dragon.
With that check, you feel a little buzzed.
Verity maybe not have the wine.
Verity's already had 3.
Oh.
I've been having her roll sleight of hand checks.
She's not even that good, is she?
So I kept on rolling 19.
Nice.
I've just been feeding her. I corrupt the youth. It's fine.
Yeah. So Verity is very red-faced at the moment. Kind of one of her left eye kind of dangles off a little bit and stares off into space while the other eye's focused forward.
Oh, God.
Fuck no.
You need to be cut off, young lady. Exactly.
Stares at you, Arri, and then she just falls face first on the floor. She's snoozing.
Harry, would you like to help me put your sister to bed, and hopefully she'll stay there and not drink anymore?
That's an idea.
Where is the pantry, by the way?
If you're watching this, Georgia, I'm sorry, I don't know what Verity would do if she was drinking a lot. So.
I think pass out drunk is probably fairly accurate.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, she's got a bottle of whiskey somewhere. Take that from her.
We don't know about the bottle of whiskey.
I know about the bottle of whiskey. She gave it to me.
Yeah, so why would you take it off of her if she gave it to you?
She gave it to me, and then she took it back.
All right.
Mhm.
Well then, she's not able to resist, so you can take the flask of whiskey away from her.
I would take the flask, but then as we put her to bed, or I mean, this just sounds creepy because I'm putting a child to bed, but I will slip the whiskey back in whatever pocket I found it in when Harry's not looking, because it's her whiskey.
Yeah.
The whiskey was taken from her. I would take it from Otti, not let it go into Rennas' hands. And I would keep it on me until Verity woke up the next day. And I would also say, while Rennas is carrying Verity, I would go get a bucket to put in the room with Verity. And ask Wanlin, I guess, to keep an eye on her. Make sure she doesn't vomit in her sleep.
This sounds fair, apart from stealing her whiskey.
I'll give it back to her, it's just I don't want to risk her drinking anymore.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Because it's Verity. And Verity would 100% be like, fuck you, I'll drink more. Even if she's passed out, so. Because it's Verity, and it's me telling her what to do, you know?
Seems fair.
I think Arri is willing to fight you guys to the death on this one, so you should probably let her go with it.
That's fine. Well, no, Harry has promised to give it back to her tomorrow, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
so Arri
We
would
don't want
have
to
the
drink any more
whiskey,
tonight.
and Arri would have got a bucket to go into Verity's room and ask Wanlin to keep an eye on her.
Right now, what am I watching for?
Make sure if she vomits, it goes into the bucket. If she looks like she's in discomfort, come get me.
Right now, sure. What's vomiting?
Projectile from the mouth. Or just anything from the mouth that isn't air.
All right, and get it all in this bucket, right?
Help her get it in the bucket.
All right, I follow. I get you.
I don't trust you.
She feels she's like this thing's gonna rip all her teeth out, rip her tongue out, and just put it
I
on.
barely trust myself.
Right, okay, you can go. I'll stay. And
Right now.
what I'll do is I will basically sit behind her and rest her back so it's against my leg, so she's kind of like up, not completely on her back.
She's out of it.
Yeah, so I will be there, like a pillow behind my back against the wall, and her just resting against my legs so that she's not completely on her back.
Probably about an hour into it, she does puke a little, but she just goes straight back to sleep.
Yeah, I'll clean her up and go back to where I was.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do tonight? I mean, you guys are taking the lead. You tell me when you want to retire for bed.
I wouldn't stay up too late. I would be drinking quite happily, but I would not be up stupid o'clock. Probably about midnight, with a good bottle of elven wine inside me.
It takes you a few glasses, but eventually you will reach the intoxicated state.
Korgrin, who probably hasn't really been drinking that much all throughout the night and has been finding other ways to pass his time, would help people to bed when they found it apt to retire. Very proud of his little cook's utensils. Just, I can't wait to make stews.
I was just going to make sure that Bella was alright, but she's not there, so.
You can make everyone bacon sandwiches in the morning, Korgrin. That's what everyone needs after a hangover.
Oh, you've not earned it.
There's no pork available.
And that, but he's not earned it. You don't deserve the bacon sandwich.
Very upset. It's my birthday.
This is
birthday. You're
this is
denying me bacon
twice
sandwiches.
today he's now been rejected a bacon sandwich.
He's brought that rejection from earlier to the game, and he's been rejected again.
There are pigs here, so where would you get the bacon?
You can have a lettuce sandwich. It's just bread, lettuce, bread. Not even butter, there's no sauce.
Don't you swear at me.
Lettuce.
Healthy stuff. There.
Cauliflower. Shave some fucking cauliflower into a sandwich.
Where did Bella go after?
I'm not sure.
Dunno. It's just said
There was
BRB.
a be right back. Yeah. I will steal this opportunity to steal the beer.
Okay.
Can't believe you.
So eventually, people will fall into something more of a drunken stupor, Korgrin, and you will assist them to bed.
Just yep. No, they're just on your side. No, not on your back. On your side. No, side. I don't care if your back is more comfortable.
Loic will
But
selectively...
Mom!
It's the forced propping up with pillows along the back. It's just no, it's not happening.
Loic will selectively work on basically organising the elves and other plans well into the early hours. That's what he does tonight.
It's in Verity's room. Keeping her on her side. Making sure she's okay.
Well, Verity sleeps in the tower, so...
Yeah. He's hoping I didn't set off any traps on my way of taking her up there.
She hasn't set any traps up yet. She's got the blueprints for the traps, like saying Iron Golem goes here, Fireball goes there, sort of thing.
Just be looking through these and that's no words. I won't read any words, but I'll look at the pictures and stuff of what she's got going on and just be like, she's grown so much in the last 2 weeks, but then also kept her childish loves. Childlike, I should say.
Never know when you want to go to bed.
Well, Bella's back now, so Otti, if you wanted to.
I just want to check to make sure that Bella's okay. Obviously, it's been a very stressful evening, and just make sure she's all right.
She's wasted. Gone. She'd have been drinking.
Okay, I'll ask her tomorrow.
Like, I'm fine, yeah. What do you mean? I'm fine. I'm strong, look. Fine. I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
I'm not even going to insight that. I don't believe that for 1 second. I'll let it go. Cool. And I'll just go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Turning.
So you all go to bed, and you probably sleep a few extra hours into the morning just to work off the hangover. Verity eventually wakes up, grumpy and moany. Probably accuses you of why did you let her drink. She doesn't feel very good.
It's a restoration.
Oh, she feels better, but she's still in a bad mood.
Prestidigitation. You've got a bit of spittle on your face, love.
Well, I can't control that, can I?
No. But I'm gonna go sleep now. I've been awake with you all night. It's nice to see that you're better. Speak to you later, and I'll go downstairs to my own room and nap.
I feel bad because that's the most character interaction you have with Verity in a while, and I was Verity.
Yeah.
That's why we got that much character interaction.
Probably.
Otherwise, Verity would have turned into a bat and flown out the window.
Yeah.
Drunk bat.
Yeah.
Tried to fly out the window. Bah!
Arri would have caught her, and yeah, then it would have been basically jumping into the thing at Grace's Hollow again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a PvP.
So, Arri, eventually you turn into bed. So you'll be resting whilst everybody else is getting up.
how long have you been able to do that? Turn into a bed.
Superpower.
Nice.
Fuck's sake,
Great level up.
fucking hell.
Tut.
So, aside from Arri, who is sleeping, what would you guys like to go do today? Or would you wait for me to wake up, like closer to midday?
To be fair, I probably would have woken Verity up as the sun started to rise, made sure she was okay, made her do those spells, and then let her nap again whilst I went and slept.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll tidy up unless Wanlin already has from the night before.
Oh yeah, Wenland's already tied up. It looks spotless and sparkling.
I'll make everyone porridge. It's sad and it's disgusting. There's no spices, there's no sugar, it's just oats. And not even milk, it's water.
Wenland watches you do this. He says, "Are you sure you don't want me to add anything into it?"
No, they deserve this.
Okay.
They get gruel.
Rennas is having second thoughts of Korgrin being the chef of the party.
Hide all the things I found last night that were usable and just no, it's just oats and water for them.
So eventually, you all find yourself sitting around the table, and Korgrin serves up breakfast. A lovely bowl of gruel, and you take probably one or two bites when you realise it's just awful. And Wanlin is skipping around the area, just going, "You deserve this! You deserve this!"
Ixnay on the Earthsea.
What?
Ixnay on the Earthsea.
Is that some kind of dish? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go get some for you. And he runs off. Keep continuing to shout, "You deserve this!"
A terrible, terrible cook, that one. I'm just spooning my own gruel in. Shouldn't ask him to cook anything. No.
But eventually, basically just kind of lazing around in the morning. Eventually, Arrabella wakens. Will join the rest of you. The day is yours. What do you guys want to go do?
Are we gonna...
Go on.
I have that exact same water bottle, Lesley. I use it to make milkshakes. Because it came with a blender.
Smoothie. Mm-hmm.
What are you going to say? Are we going to do meetings? Are we going to go through the list of people that wanted to see us and work our way down that? I know that we want to go off and explore things, but I feel we should leave this place in a good state before we go.
I mean, it is in a good state. These things are optional, so...
Yeah, and this is even Rennas as well. Even though he's not very a responsible managerial person, he'd still be wandering around the ice caves going, oh, "What if what that guy wanted was fucking important?" I'd be bugging him the whole time.
We should probably do some of them. We might
not only that, but we've kind of uprooted these people's lives and semi-forced, semi-brought them with us. So I feel we kind of owe it to them to at least discuss it after the battle.
I don't really think anyone was forced here.
No, and that's what I'm saying, but semi-forced, semi-brought.
When you only have a few options, it's kind of forced.
Like, if we don't speak to them now, regret may set in, and with regret becomes, malcontent, and malcontent becomes disruption, and from there it just spirals a bit. Then you've got two factions within your own city going, "We're not happy with how things are," and the other one going, "This is great, you're fucking miserable."
Not very optimistic talk. I want to go check on the orphans anyway, so do you want me to see Marriott?
Up to you.
Like, I'm there anyway.
I'd happily come with. I was at the back trying to keep them safe before Verity flew in on a dragon and just picked them up.
Verity was not on Reichstag.
Nobody was on Reichstag.
I was controlling Reichstag as Meg. But, yeah.
Why did I think Verity was... Okay, that's fine. I apologise. Okay. So, yes, I was at the back trying to keep them safe before Reichstag came in and saved them.
I'll probably speak to Sane because he seems a little bit impatient. That'll be my
first
first
thing. Would you like a bit of privacy for that? Would you like to meet him in your room and have some
you
candles
wish.
lit? No,
You
I don't
wish.
wish. Sane wishes.
No. I've seen how you look at me, Rennas.
Well, I mean, it's been a while. You can tell it's been a while when Korgrin starts looking good.
I'm sure it has. Anyway, I'm off.
Do you
Enjoy
want
your
some
gruel.
backup? Do you want some backup?
Buffalo ladies.
If Bella doesn't want any help, then you're more than welcome to accompany me with Sane, certainly.
I mean, we do have to go and see Ragstag together, I believe. He's requested both Otti and I, but that can wait till later.
Yeah, I just worry that he's a little bit
He's a bit creepy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I had him by the bollocks for about 5 minutes.
That's what I'm worried about. He might want payments or something in return. So if you want backup, we'll come with you.
I mean, just saying, was that 5 minutes not actually about 24 seconds?
Yeah.
The rounds were a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah, they
technically.
were.
Oh, no, that's fair, actually. No, they were. Okay, fine.
So don't you think you taking someone would be a sign of weakness to him? Didn't you say that he appreciated your power or something,
True.
and that's why he joined us?
True.
Like, it's up to you.
I mean, he had his chance in the fight itself. He showed he's really not all up top when he jumped off the building, you know?
I'm sure it's
But
fine.
what do you mean? I do that all the time.
He willingly jumped off, made no effort to land safely.
I'm not getting you. I'm not getting the problem.
He landed, and the pain went up his legs into his bollocks. You know that? You know when you land badly?
Yeah, that's what happens every time you jump off something. That's just normal.
No, it isn't. Not if you duck and roll.
What?
Well,
We'll go through acrobatics later. I'll give you a refresher.
In my head, it always seems to work so well, but then when I actually do it, it always lands with the crippling pain and the fall damage. It's never good.
Yeah, if only you had a magic ring that would help you with that, and I just turn it the other way so it's facing the palm. Just if only there was something like that.
It's an impressive ring. I can't imagine how it possibly appeared on your finger with no warning, as if by magic.
Definitely. It's okay. You stick with Bella. You go see Reichstag. I might actually appreciate the company when I go see Dig, because he's I might need someone to stop me from caving his face in. So welcome to join for that one.
Nice.
So, Korgrin, you're going to go see Sane, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Arri, you're going to go see Marriott.
And then on the way back, I'll probably skirt round and try and see Estuan.
With Rennas. Rennas is going to see Marriott too.
Yeah, with Rennas.
I'll let you see Estuan anyway.
That's fine.
So let's try some. And then Bella and Otti, you guys are going to go see Reichstag, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go do that.
Yeah.
Who would like to go first?
Roll a die.
Up to you guys, you decide.
Yeah, that's
I've got work for another 10 minutes. I just need to wrap up, so I'm happy to wait.
Oh, we'll go.
I'll go see Sane. I'm first to leave, I guess.
Okay.
Gives the others some time to get there. And because I'll be doing Dig as well, so. You don't want two Korgrins back to back.
Okay, so, Korgrin. You make your way over to more of the outskirts of the village. And if you're walking through there, a lot of the half-elves, they salute you, they bow before you, you know, they're respectful. Like, they really, really appreciate everything you've done for them.
PTSD flashbacks of the drow.
It's different. Whereas those ones were fanatical, these ones are genuinely grateful. Like, there's a big difference between somebody who believes you're a god and somebody who just is happy to see you as a hero. And there's eventually, as you begin making your way to more of the outskirts, you're coming to a small bridge that goes over the river. And as you get to that bridge, there's a minor explosion by your feet. You look up, and way on the other side of the bridge, sprinting full blast towards you, is Sane. His hand's currently on fire. What do you do?
I'll draw my shield, but I'll not draw my weapon. I'll just keep it ready. It's at my side.
So a few more firebolts come shooting you in your direction, but they blast around you. This is drawing a few of the half-elves' attention. Eventually, he comes to the other side of the bridge and just stares at you with a massive death glare. You got my message, then?
I did. I'm sorry it took so long.
Fight me, now!
Why?
Because we need to find out who's the best between you and me. Fight me!
Can I insight?
Sure.
I'm looking for other motive. So I get the feeling he's being truthful.
Yeah.
Just I'm looking for other motive.
This guy's fucking crazy and he wants to fight you.
Okay. Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
Well, no, but if you say no, then I'm not going to fight an unarmed opponent, am I?
Is this to the death, or is this just...
If you want to die in it, then go right ahead.
I'm asking for you more than anything. This isn't... I don't want to kill you, but do you want to die?
I don't think you could kill me, but no, I don't want to die.
Then I would like to not die either.
Right, so fight me.
Alright, I'll fight you.
Alright, so... Sane on his own is going to will outclass you, Korgrin.
I'm happy to be beaten.
But do you want to give it a shot anyway?
Yeah, I'd give it a shot anyway.
Alright.
Whole person, just keep it going.
Alright, is everybody okay if we roll initiative?
Yeah, I can sit here and watch Korgrin get his ass kicked.
Alright, let me get rid of all that. Alright, go right ahead and roll initiative.
A neutral 10, middle ground.
I didn't actually think it'd go this far. I thought you'd not want to fight him at all, to be honest. But there we go.
There's method to my madness, don't worry.
Yeah, he literally just wants to fight. That's his whole
Yeah, that's
thing.
fair.
Let me roll initiative for him. Fucking hell. He's not dexterous, he's just crazy. Alright, so. Alright, so Korgrin, you're up first.
Okay. Well then, first action will be Holy Weapon. Bonus action, concentration 1 hour. That is... in addition, weapon attacks made with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit. That says extra, so I'm assuming I still get whatever is an actual weapon.
Yeah, of course.
So I will then main action attack.
Alright, so you charge across the bridge, lighting up your warhammer that glows with the power of Moradin. You strike down on him. He's not got his mage armor at the moment, so you're right ahead. That's going to bloody hit him.
Yeah, so that's going to be 3d8 plus divine strike, 4d8 plus divine strike, which I don't know has gone up yet. Let me check. Nope, 14th level. Fantastic. 4d8 plus 5.
29 points of damage against him. You strike him across his face, and you see blood just spurt out of his mouth. He looks at you, just goes.
That's my turn.
All right, at the end of your turn, he's going to do a legendary action.
Understandable.
He is going to do Power Surge. He's going to use Shocking Grasp against you. Now, you have metal armor on, don't you?
I do, so it is at advantage.
So 24.
24 does hit.
It's 11 lightning damage against you, and you cannot use reactions.
I save.
Hey.
My concentration nearly goes, but it doesn't.
So, and then on his turn, he is going to just go. Fucking hell. Alright, so for his action, on his location, he's going to cast Firestorm.
Understandable.
So can you make a dexterity saving throw, please? And he'll need to make one too.
Gonna use a charge.
Sure. So he saves.
Of course, he'd fucking save with his own spell. I'll use it.
I just made it. All right, so you automatically save with the Ring of Evasion as a firestorm.
Jesus Christ.
So that's going to be half down to fucking
13.
13, yeah, 13 points of fire damage as he just reaches up in the sky and these greyish clouds sort of formulate, and then these meteors just come flying down, blasting you both about everywhere. He immediately gets to his feet, a bit singed. Part of his goatee is on fire, but he doesn't care. He's looking at you. He's got the biggest smile on his face. Korgrin, you're up next.
That's fair. So that's just a save on Holy Weapon as well. So that's nice.
Yep.
It'll be another weapon attack. Does an 18 hit?
18 will hit him, yeah.
It's going to be another 48. Divine Strike. Ooh, low roll. Fuck me.
So once again, you strike him in the gut. He steps back a little bit. He just goes, yeah.
I will action search.
Yep.
Strike again.
12 is just a hit because he hasn't got mage armor on at the moment.
So that's going to be 3d8 plus 5. And then I will War Priest feature.
Yep.
And I'll smack him again.
Sure.
I'm going to do more than 12 damage. Fuck you, Gabe.
Ironically, the highest part of the damage is the fucking plus 5 at the end of it so far.
And that was 16 damage. So, in a flurry of blows against him, you basically just start tossing him around a little bit like a ragdoll. But each time you strike him down, he immediately springs to his feet. He looks hurt, but he's loving this a lot. At the end of your turn, he is obviously going to do a legendary action.
Yep.
He is going to do Spell Surge. So,
Shit.
he is going to cast Shatter on you. So, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? That is a fail.
I had a feeling if the 17 was just a save on his spell save DC, the 14 probably was as well.
So you take 11 points of thunder damage.
8. And then I need to make another con save, and I pass, thankfully.
So you feel this almighty pressure against you. However, you stand fast. However, it is turn. He's coming in. All right, let's have a look. Sees here. He is going to. He's going to bring his hands together, and lightning starts crackling out of his hands, and he shoots at you. Can you make another dexterity saving throw, please, as he casts chain lightning at you?
No, that's gonna be that's. I'm gonna. I think this is the last charge for because it recharges once a day, doesn't it? Charges on a dawn, so I probably had it back because I was down to 1.
Yeah. So you have. If you do this, then you have 1 more charge.
Yeah. I'll be doing that. Don't worry. I'm definitely going to fucking dodge this.
The ring activates, and you feel yourself magically compelled to avoid.
Yeah, I do.
But you still take 20 points of lightning damage.
Oh God!
As the lightning cracks forth and almost blows up a building nearby. The half elves at this point are just sort of running away, going ah! And he's just laughing madly, going ah!
Holy weapon drops.
However, it is your turn, Sane. Sorry, Korgrin.
Oh shit. I will inflict wounds. I will cast inflict wounds. So do not tell me if it hits or misses, just so in case I can plus 10 it. It's going to be a 4th level spell slot though.
Righto.
Where is it? Spell attack. I'll take that.
That's a hit. Go ahead and make a
melee spell attack.
Yeah, roll damage even.
3d10, so that's going to be when you cast a spell, use the spell slot 2nd level or higher, the damage increases by 1, so this is going to be 7d10.
28 points of necrotic damage against him. So the minor wounds that you were giving him are immediately sponged open and blood starts spraying out. That's so good! Right. As a reaction against you, he's going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay.
He's going to cast it at 5th level. you make another dexterity saving throw, please?
He's going to cast it at what level, sorry?
Fifth level.
Oh! Yeah, I'll dex save. I think I saved with an 18.
Yeah, you did save. Yeah, you did save, so you take half damage. So that is 44 reduced to 22 points of fire damage against you.
Jesus Christ. How much?
Alright, so that's 22 points of fire damage against you.
Fuck, how much did I just take? I took off 6, so let's... Because I just saw the 12. So that's 38, so I lost...
So add 6, and then take away
22. Fuck. 26.
Or
No,
take
no,
away
16. I'm at 16. Oh, shit. Okay.
Right, and then, right. So that's his reaction. Now,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of your turn, he's going to take a legendary action.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's going to do Spell Surge.
I'm
God.
I'm just going to raise my shield and say, oh, Moradin, please fucking help me. Oh, Jesus, I actually underestimated myself here.
Let's have a little look-see here. He is going to cast... He's probably going to cast Burning Hands on you at 2nd level.
Okay. This is a dex save?
Yes, it is. So I should have rolled a number. It didn't let me roll it at 2nd level. So that's 9 plus 6. So it's 15 points of fire damage. Do you want to use your ring?
Yeah, I'll use the last charge of the ring for the day.
Right. So whilst you just avoided the hellish rebuke that springs out from underneath your feet, you immediately just get almost enveloped in the flames, so you just dodge to the side. Here, what did you say again, Korgrin?
I said, oh, Moradin, oh, geez, please help me.
Okay. Let me just check something here.
Something along those lines, anyway. As I take the brunt of the flaming hands. Burning hands, sorry.
As you say
about the firestorm.
As you say that, Korgrin, your armor lights up and a golden. You have discovered the 2nd and last trait of your armor.
Yes!
Thank you, Otti.
At the end of the fight.
You are so lucky that I nearly caught that because I'm just finishing work. Just finished, turned everything off, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
I've just updated your Divine Plate handout so you can see what the 2nd trait is.
I have no idea what that is.
Unless it's a million HP, it's not going to help you in this situation.
No, but we'll find out. We'll just have a quick break while I look up what this is.
I think you'll like it.
Oh!
Yeah. However, that was his legendary action. Now it's time for his action.
That's fancy.
Oh, God. All right, so, he is going to cast Arcane Hand, or Bigby's Hands.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go in with the closed.
So is he punching or is he grabbing? He's punching. Fantastic.
Yeah. So when you do so where is it?
I think it's like
Hands.
48. 48 force damage.
Here we go. Make a melee spell attack. So I'll roll a d20. Plus 7 to that, I think. So that'll hit.
Yeah.
So
even with my bullshit. Even with my bullshit.
Yeah. Where is it?
No, roll. Oh,
Force
roll low,
hand.
sorry. 48.
No, not force for hand. Which one's the one that is?
It's literally just before that. Make it melee, but yeah.
48 force damage.
Mm-hmm. I'm out
Right,
cold.
And with that, you go flying back 15 feet crash onto the air, crash onto the ground, and you lose consciousness.
Indeed I do. Hopefully he helps me, because he didn't say he wanted to kill me.
You don't know how long you lay there, Korgrin. As you sort of just blackened out a little bit. You hear these odd noises. You just can't quite find. Eventually, your eyes come to, and you see Saint on top of you, shaking you violently. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! You have, for the sense and purposes, you've got 1 hit point.
Quieter, please.
We're not done yet. Come on, fight me.
Oh, we're done. I think you proved your point, and hopefully I managed to prove mine.
Yeah, you hurt me, but it's not enough. You need to beat me.
I already did.
All right, get on your feet. And he lifts you up, and then he will cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh no, it's fine. Let me wear these. They'll be gone in a day, I'm sure.
You have 10 hit points back anyway.
He's forced me to take the health. Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah. He's not listening to you. He's just.
Of course.
All right. Well, wait. You have potential. You've got a lot of potential, but still baby. You're still a little weakling, little miggly. Get stronger. Come back. And only when you hand your ass to me will I finally be satisfied.
I already did.
No one's ever done what you did to me before, and I want to experience that again. You don't understand what it means to not ever be fulfilled. He starts hyperventilating.
Calm yourself, friend. Don't worry. I'm sure I will. But hopefully you've proved your point. And
What point?
that you're strong?
I don't care about that. I just want someone to kick my ass.
Fair enough. Then I'll do my best to get stronger to kick your ass.
All right. Well, if you want any lessons in, the ways of wizardry, you come back to me and I'll tell you all about what you need to know about evocations.
And if I know someone that would like to know about evocation,
you send them to me and I'll teach them good, because I want as many people who could potentially beat me. I've never been beaten before, and I want to know what that's like. Have you ever understood what it's like to want to yearn to be beaten?
just kind of holding a rib, just couple times. Yeah.
Another thing. Are we going to fight against the king and everything? Because I'm so down with that. They've got so many strong people on their side. I've always wanted an excuse to fight them.
And when we fight them, definitely don't give them a cure wounds. Just make sure they're ash. All right? Can't hear you, Jack.
No.
I can do that, but I might. If they don't satisfy me, I might have to do something about that.
Well, as long as it doesn't help our foes, you're welcome to turn our enemies into nothing but singed dust. How does that sound?
Yeah. I suppose I want to say sorry about incinerating all those half-elves on the way here. I didn't realize how strong you guys were, but I'm on your side now, so I won't do that anymore.
Definitely tell that to the half-elves and not me. They might kick your ass, but you're not allowed to fight back.
Oh, yeah, no, I tried to tell them, but they weren't listening, so I don't give a fuck. Half-elves can do whatever the fuck they want, as long as I get to fight some real strong people. That's why I'm here.
Okay, good to know. You keep training, maybe less against the mountains, because, they're not really that helpful. Maybe help other people be as strong as you, so that when we do fight other strong people, there'll be even more strong people in the fight, Well, if we're stronger, they're stronger.
If you have any wild guns, then I'll be more than happy to show them a few tricks.
Speak to Loic, the half-elf fellow, the kind of in charge here. Just have a chat with him, mate.
Right, well, you come back soon. I'll wait 1 week.
I'm not giving you a deadline. Well, I'll see you when I see you, and I'll kick your ass then.
I'm giving you a deadline. I'll come find you in 1 week.
See you in a week.
I can't wait. And he starts walking off, just maniacally laughing to himself.
Just survey the damage in the nearby area. Just linger for a bit.
There are several craters of smoking piles of ruins where people's tents were. A few of the half-elves look soot-covered and shocked. This area's been destroyed.
Let me help get your stuff back, or I'll find replacements. Sorry for Amy's a bit batshit. Spend most of my morning, afternoon doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. So, who would like to go next? Sorry about that, guys.
That's quite okay. I'll happily see the orphans with Arri.
Okay, like give it a bit of a gap between Arri Rennas time as well.
So, you make your way over towards more of the refugee camps area.
So how come
there
you
is...
become Rennas? Got a thing for the tall, pale, and beautiful?
I'm genuinely worried about the kids. I was hanging around at the back trying to make sure they got out okay.
Yeah, okay.
And they haven't even got any gold. You lot have corrupted me.
And
I've got all
Marriott
these
has
feelings and crap now, and I want to protect these weak people.
and Marriott has
No,
nothing to do with it?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly hadn't noticed Marriott, but even if I had, she's the brother of a fucking evil bastard, and I ain't getting past that anytime soon. I don't think she knows that. Fair play to her. But it's no, doesn't do it for me.
You do realise that
Family
according to half
relations
the
of-
world, we are the relatives of crazy evil people, yeah?
And that's obviously why half the world doesn't want to sleep with me. It sucks, but I've come to terms with it.
Yeah, that's totally the reason. Come on. Let's go see some orphans.
Okay, so you walk into the main camp area, and you ask directions, and eventually you are pointed to one of the larger tents. And as you can see, a number of the orphans are currently running around, playing sword fights, but with sticks. There are a couple of the smaller young girls that are reading books there, along with kind of a Poindextery kind of guy as well. And Marriott is just currently eating an apple, watching the children next to the same person, the same young lad who I believe tried to pickpocket Korgrin all those weeks ago.
Can I pick up a stick and join in the sword fighting?
Roll initiative. You get in there. The children are happy that you're joining in, and they team up on you. So soon enough, you get overwhelmed with 6 orphans. Would you like to fight seriously against them?
Oh, of course not. No, I will defend myself valiantly and then get pushed back, collapse to the floor
They
on the
jump
floor.
on top of you, go, get it! And they're just jumping.
Ah!
Get out! Make a perception check, please.
Is this me looking out for the person who's actually going to stab me?
No, it's going to be picking your pockets.
Oh, god damn it.
You do feel some small hands reach out.
Yes! Poetic justice!
I just let it happen.
How much money do you carry on you?
I mean,
doesn't he still have the 300 platinum?
I have. Well, I gave 100 of it away.
Yeah.
Because I treated the mighty elements. So on my character sheet, I have a hell of a lot.
All right. So if you keep it all in one coin purse, he's going to take it all.
No, I mean, I am definitely Rennas. I keep it spaced around in various coin purses in various pockets. But even if they take like a tenth of it, I'm currently carrying 160 platinum and 189 gold.
All right. So I'll just say it takes a third of your gold then.
Okay, so like 63 gold.
Yeah.
I mean, as I stand up after the combat, I will say, like, I felt that happen. Make sure it goes to a good cause. Don't be wasting it on bloody sweets. In fact, that's not wasting it. Eat all the sweets you want.
The orphan who did take it, a young lady with freckles and red hair, just goes, "Huh!" and she runs away. Marriott, who's been watching this whole thing, just goes, "Come back here, young madam!" She just sort of stops there, and she sort of turns meekly towards you, Rennas, and just walks up to you and just hands out the coin purse, looking real red-faced, as Marriott is basically just sort of glowering over her, hands on her hips, eyes wide and maddened with anger.
So I'll take it back, but, obviously respecting a fellow pickpocket, I'll then just, as I put it back in my coin purse, I will subtly take out about 10 gold, and as I reach down to, fake Scolder, I'll slip 10 gold into her pocket.
She does notice that, and she just, you get the feeling that she's an accomplished actor, and whilst her face is the face of a girl who looks sad for being scolded, the slight smile that she has just reveals is like, "Yeah, you're my bro."
See, now it's all worth coming. I got to corrupt the youth some more.
Marriott shoos them along, and comes up to the both of you and says, "Well, I've always said this, but you certainly have a way with the children."
Again, Marriott, are they doing okay? They still learning what I taught them?
They're doing better than ever, actually. They're being fed constantly. We're living in this tent. We're doing we're constantly sleeping with our sheets over us, kind of like living in a den within a den. It's interesting.
We got your note. You didn't specify who you wanted, and I wanted to come see everyone. Anyway, I hope you don't mind that it's us.
I'm happy that even one of you turned up. I didn't actually expect any of you to come. And she sort of reaches forward and she takes a hand from you, Arrabella, and a hand from you, Rennas, and she looks at both of you very seriously. She says, "I want to thank you. Thank you for saving us. You got us out of that city. You sent that dragon our way. You got us out. Everything was burning. There was smoke everywhere. There were bodies everywhere. We didn't know what was happening. And then we ran to the Jurassians for help. And one of the girls I was looking after was half-elf. Do you know what they did?"
I can guess.
Let's just say she didn't survive. That's when I knew we had to get out. So we ran and we ran. Eventually we found ourselves in a menagerie where the smoke was less. The children were coughing so much, and then I was fighting everywhere. And for some reason there were bears. And then all of a sudden a dragon came down and scooped us out, and then he told me it was because of you. So really, I just wanted to take the time out of your day. I know that you're getting this a lot. I know you're getting this a lot. But thank you. You saved us, so thank you so much.
The bears were Bella's doing. I will pass on your thanks to her. She has an affinity with bears.
And I'll pass on your thanks to Reichstag.
But you were very brave to make it as far as you did to the...
Reichstag's actually been coming here on occasion, at least once a day.
Brilliant.
He's wounded. He should be resting, but he insists on, giving at least 2 of the children piggyback rides.
He's a good person.
Yes. For an old man, he is rather lovely.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. That's really all I had to say.
Have you had much interaction with the half-elves here? Obviously, most of the people that escaped were half-elves.
They've kept us a wide berth, but they're, me at least, but they're good enough to the children. They're seeing them as victims and not as perpetrators. maybe myself, maybe a little bit while longer, because I am human.
I would like to partly apologise for their reaction to humans, but partly try and make you understand that this is just how they have lived.
I know.
They have been targeted constantly. Racism is wrong in all forms. But the best thing we can do is teach them that not all humans are like that, and that they've just unfortunately met some very shitty humans in their lives.
I hope I can help you in that endeavour. I really do.
I have no doubt that you will.
The half-elves deserve happiness as much as the rest of us.
Marriott, do you
Yes.
have a middle name?
Alexandria. Why?
I'm going to ask you to do something that's going to be hard, and it's probably not going to make much sense.
Okay.
But I need you to drop Dublanc from your name. Your name is now Marriott Alexandria. Do not tell anyone that you are related to Dublanc. They will relate you to a man who has become a demon. And I do not want that to be reflected on you. We didn't tell you before because it's never nice to hear about loved ones. But now I'm concerned for your safety. Please, only go as Marriott Alexandria.
Well, why? What's wrong? What happened?
Is it Dublanc who led the Night of the Long Knives?
Yes.
I will relay all of that to her. Make sure there's no orphans in earshot.
She genuinely looks shocked. And she says to you, "Oh, my brother couldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He's a good person. He's an honest knight."
I witnessed your brother kill a woman in cold blood. Just because she defied him.
There has to be some other explanation.
I hope he's possessed. I hope he's controlled by a demon. And if we can get him back to who you believe him to be, I can try.
I haven't seen him in a long time, I'll be honest, but he's always sending me back money. He's always sending me letters asking me how I am.
There's still a bit of him in there. But unfortunately, I can promise you he is not the man that you once knew. And because of that, for now at least, I ask you, please drop your last name.
Make a persuasion roll.
Can I not have advantage?
With advantage, yes, with advantage.
Thank you. Fuck my life!
Definitely an 8.
She looks at you, Arrabella, and she says, "Let me think about it. I still find it hard to accept what you say. But at least for the time being, perhaps, it won't hurt for people just to call me Marriott."
For you, please do it for the orphans. They need you, and I'd hate to see anything bad happen to you.
Well, I think we're safe. And she turns towards you, Rennas, and she says, "Sir, if the half-elves were to learn who my brother is, do you really think that they would be violent towards me?"
I'm sure there are some among them who would. Unfortunately, revenge is a very common trait, especially amongst those who are oppressed, and I know it is not happy to hear it, but your brother did some very bad things to them and to other people. I would also ask that if you do hear from your brother at all, I don't know how you would, I don't know if he's ever contacted you other than letters or anything, please don't tell him where you are. To him, he is family. I would not ask you to stop that, but just don't mention the location. Not that, I suppose technically no one actually knows where we are, because we just stepped out of a portal. But...
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I'll be quiet for now. Do you remember what I asked you when I first met you?
Keen mind?
She asked if you ever ran into her brother. Can you let him know that she's okay and she hopes he can come home soon?
Tell him. I promise.
Thank you.
It may be over a battlefield, I'm not going to lie to you. But I will tell him that Mariette Alexandria Dublanc sends her love, and she hopes he comes home soon.
If the crimes he has done are true, then justice must be done, but I would ask for mercy. Don't kill him.
If it can be avoided, we will do our best. We can make no promises, but if it can be avoided, we will try.
I appreciate that. I really do.
I'm sure you understand that we are a family. And if he is going to threaten our family, we will do our best to show mercy. And we will do our best to, if he is possessed or anything, we'll try to undo that before anything else.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for everything that you do.
She does smile, and she wipes a dry tear out of her eye. And at that precise moment, a piece of fruit kind of blows up right by your head on the wall of the tent, like a bit of tomato. And she just goes, Duncan, what I told you about throwing fruit! And she walks off.
Well, I want to go see Estuan now. Did you want to come with?
No, I'll let you see Esther on your own. I'll head back to the tent and find a hardy table to sit and find a beer on.
You mean the fort?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, if you're going to make a tent, let me know. I want to join too.
Okay.
Wow, chicka bow wow.
Not in that way.
So, Arri and Rennas split off, going in their separate directions. So, Bella and Otti. Is Otti present now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, you guys begin making your way across the village towards the relatively larger structure that is known to be the place where Reichstag is currently resting. Is there anything you wanted to talk about on the way over?
Just want to make sure that Bella's okay after the whole, yeah, I'm fine, well drunk. Kind of got me a little bit like death staring her, like, are you actually okay?
I buried my mother. I was never going to be okay, but I will be. I'll be fine. I'm staying strong. For her and for all of you. So
that's all that matters. As long as you stay strong. And I do like the whole manly like fist bump of the arm thing and just like fail and just be like, oh, I tried.
Oh, just hug you. It's like good job. Good job.
So eventually you find yourselves before the building. There's no doors or anything. Well, there are doors, but they are open. No guards. It's just literally a case of you can just walk straight on in there. And walking inside, it's quite a large, open, spacious area that seems to have been quickly retrofitted to have a lot more cushions, a lot more. I wouldn't say luxury, but definitely a lot more comfort. In there, you can see the silver-haired humanoid version of the transformed Reichstag is currently sleeping on his back on a couch with a book over his face, his arm to the side, with a slight a snore very reminiscent to his dragon form.
Which one of us wants to wake up a dragon?
I think I'm going to stand towards like more towards the doorway and just be like, "Hello, Reichstag, we're here to see you."
Yes. Oh, my apologies. He sits up a little. The book falls down from his face. He's got a few of the kind of ink letters etched on his face and a little bit of drool as well. And he's I'm sorry. I've just been very tired recently. Please.
Can I do a quick perception and see what book he was reading?
Yeah, sure.
Oh no.
Hero rises.
No.
A dragon rises.
It looks to be just a historical novel.
So long as Chuck Tingle doesn't exist in this world.
So, Bellatrix note you step in as he sort of just like writes himself a little. Just goes, "Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. The reason I've asked both of you to come and see me is because I believe with my whole heart that you two are the truest people I have ever met. Not ones burdened with lies and secrets. Now, of course, I trust your companions, and I do, but I have always perceived that they've always held things back, always not been as open. But I've never detected that from you. You are pure, open, and honest, and that's why I believe out of everyone in this magnificent hidden place, you two are the ones that I would like to confide in.
Sure thing, man. Go ahead.
Would you like us to take up pillows?
Yes, please make yourself comfortable. Would you like any tea?
Oh, I'll take some tea.
Yeah, I'll take some tea, please.
He goes over to a small kettle pot and he leans down it and breathes out a small little flame that sort of just sets it down. And the pot begins to boil. He comes back over and he says, "Oh, that'll just be another couple of minutes." So, I am fully aware that conflict may come soon. I will assist when I am able. I am still weakened from my battle with Vectra. And, well, that whole business in the menagerie certainly taken a lot out of me. I just feel more compelled to sleep there more than ever. And I suppose I'm not helping myself with all of the other bits I'm helping out with around here. But I feel compelled to. Anyway, because conflict is coming, I would like my nest warned. My mate, Blitwing, she currently protects my nest. She is younger than me, but she is a force to be noted of. On last count, we have 10 whirlings together, and we have another 12 eggs being cared for. If I was to give you the location of my nest, would you go there and warn her? Now, I have always been able to keep my nest hidden. However, it seems that they have always been able to hide certain things from me, things I was only vaguely aware of, and listening to the people here, the constant night raids, the attempted executions, and well, the genocide that they experienced, and I didn't hear one word of it. Only now do I realize how truly blind I was in the capital. So it would be foolish of me to believe that my nest is a secret. So it might be best if I am too weak to make the journey. But if you were to go to Blitwing and tell her this phrase. Reichstag sends the sun to set. she will know what that would mean. And she will not know the whole story, but she will believe you. She knows that I would not give up that passphrase, even under threat of death. She will know that you are trusted allies, true allies. I wish for you to tell her what is happening in the capital. And I would like you to convince her to change locations of the nest. And if you would be able to assist her in this matter, I would be very grateful.
I believe this is something that we can do for you. You've done so much for us.
I am very grateful. If there is anything more I can do, anything more I can assist with, please let me know. I have been around for a long time. I know many secrets of this world.
You need to rest for now. We will probably need you in the future, but for now, we need you to rest. You've done a lot.
I will rest as best as I can, knowing that people need my help. I'm sure that you're in the same boat. If you were hurt and people called for you, would you rest?
You know I wouldn't.
And that's why I confide in you.
Yeah, we can do this. It's the least we can do.
I think we both know what it's like to have someone that we care about and trying to help them out and trying to protect them.
And he's looking at both of you, and he is a perceptive creature. He goes on to say, "Are you both okay? You look troubled. I know we're in a precarious situation and a lot of unknowns, but I sense or see something more within you."
My concern is making sure that Bella is okay. And yeah, I can see that she's not, but it's our job to make sure she is.
He smiles. He leans forward a little. Continues smiling. He says, "In my time I have met many humans, many half-elves, many elves, many dwarves, many tieflings and dragonborns, half-orcs, creatures of all races, of all creeds. And it's not very often do I see a love as pure as yours. Nourish it, cherish it. Fleeting but beautiful."
I just give Bella a kiss on the side of the head.
Please, come on by whenever. If there's anything I can help you with, please come on by. If there's anything I can tell you, anything you don't know that I might know, my knowledge is at your disposal. I would ask that when you go to the nest, the half-elf that you have travelling with you, please don't let him take anything. It is mine, and I would like to keep it.
I mean, there's a few people in the party that we're going to have to keep our eyes on for that.
Well, my as per the course of my race, I have obviously my own hoard, and I have worked very long to keep it like that. Of course, I am much more of a lover of history, so I would appreciate it if you leave the coins where they pile, but please do not touch the historical artifacts that I have gathered. I will know if you have touched them. And I really don't mean that as a threat. I really mean that it's mine, and I don't want it. And I don't like people touching my stuff.
If there is anything that may we look at, may we,
Oh, yes, look away. I'll be more than happy. Litwing would be more than happy to discuss it with you. I have accumulated quite a lot of treasure in my time. I'm one of the oldest silver dragons in the world.
Title that you wear with pride and your dignity and... I don't think the right word, and I can't. Personality just exceeds with elegance and knowledge and...
Well, I take after my father, I think.
And you should know it is absolutely a privilege to know you.
It's a privilege to know you. Your lives are so fleeting and you get things done so quickly. It's fascinating to watch.
While I think about it, you said you gave us a bracelet before to
Yes.
call you.
Yes.
Obviously you are so weak and so, you need to rest up.
Yes. Kind of hoping you would overlook that fact, actually.
I said it's not going to be any time soon. However, I'm going to put it in the bag of holding so that no one has it.
Okay.
So that no one, give you enough time. And it'll also be a pain to try and get out of the bag of holding.
Yes. Precarious little devices they are.
You see, now as a player I want to hand it back, but as a character I'm like, no.
So that's one free summon a dragon, get out of jail card sort of thing. So
That's going nowhere.
That's saying I think we've used it once.
no,
We
you
used
have.
it.
It's a one-time only thing.
Okay, I thought we'd used it for the menagerie, but no, it's fine.
He should
No, he just rocked up.
He showed up because there was a massive explosions happening in the city, and he wanted to go check that out.
I think I might have thought about it, and then he turned up, which is why I
Yeah.
made the assumption, but that's fine. Okay.
Please, your tea. And he goes to serve you your tea, and he basically just chit chats with you for a good half an hour, just enjoying your company, really. And eventually, you can see in his eyes he is tired again, and you excuse yourselves out of politeness, as he clearly seems that he needs to rest again.
We do that. Right! Hand slap on the legs. Time to go.
Oh, of course. Please come back whenever you feel like it.
Of course. We'll visit.
I out of principle I wouldn't, because I know he'd have to rest.
You gotta say you will because he asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Bella teaching Otti politeness.
And with that, you leave the tent. It's been a relatively pleasant, morning for you with Ryksek there.
No fighting.
He's
No.
genuinely a friendly person, actually. Like a friendly person.
What a nice dragon. We got a little dragon as a friend. That was nice. We just had tea with a dragon.
So,
You're sort of happy.
is there anything else you two would like to do?
Probably just take a walk in the nearby area. Just,
Let's find some pretty areas.
yeah.
The biggest talk in the tents at the moment is that there was a massive fight over on the west side of the tent.
A massive fight. It was over in like 18 seconds. Korgrin sucks.
Basically, all of a sudden, there were explosions everywhere. Tents got set on fire. Craters were made. And apparently, Sane spent 5 minutes trying to slap Korgrin awake.
Maybe we should go check that out. Help fix anything that's broken.
Oh, I am much too manly to have resistance. He's such a dick, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he genuinely hurt him as well. He got him down to like half hit points as well. It was good.
Oof.
Just needed Rennas' help.
But as an evocation specialist, he's not just dangerous to one person; he's dangerous to loads of people. His shit is more area based and like focus based. So Anyway, so who would like to go next?
That cat just come from?
I think it's just Korgrin seeing. Who else are you seeing, Korgrin, after Daig? Yeah, maybe you should heal up before you see Daig.
There was also Ophelia wanted to speak to Verity. Arri wanted to speak to Esteban.
Verity's not here at the moment. Verity's just in her tower, so.
Arri wanted to see Esteban. Gatan wants someone from the party, anyone, just a representative. And Zaphis wanted to see the whole party, and the Mighty Elements wanted to see Rennas.
Oh, I'll go and see the Mighty Elements, I suppose, but I don't have to do that right now. But yes, in this mixture of things, I will go and see them.
Who would like to go do something like today? Like, do you want to get it all done today, or do you want to space out over a few days?
I'd probably like to get through it all today, if we can.
Okay.
Yeah, we have plans to head out, and now we have extra plans when Otti and Bella come back and tell us the extra plans.
So it'll probably be like the evening, like around the evening meal, we'll then mention about Litwin.
Right.
And Korgrin needs to speak to Deeg.
After
he's helped people.
Were you going to go get backup for that?
Rennas are on their way.
You were talking about backup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Rennas are on their way, so.
I mean, I would presume I've spent most of my morning and afternoon helping the people whose whatever was left of their homes. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it would go this way. I think you just want to go outside of town. Just let me see if I can find you a new tent. Just here's some money. Oh no, I don't have much money. I'll get you some money. Ella and Otti can rock up and see Korgrin just bloody burned and fixing people's shit.
Fuck, man, what happened to you?
Saying, I thought I'd do better. He literally just wanted to fight. I didn't think he just wanted to fight. He literally that's all he wanted to do. He wasn't taking no for an answer, so I was like, oh, you know what? I'll say something wise at the end of it. He only knocked me out cold and walked away afterwards, after he shook me too.
Oh.
I try and hide laughing.
Bella doesn't, she just laughs.
round two is in 1 week.
Oh, nice.
I thought it all up. I was like, oh, you know what? It was stronger in numbers, blah, blah, blah. That's why I was so strong and held you for so long. But nope, no, man's got magic. So if you want to learn evocation, Otti, just have a chat with Sane. But, didn't go as I planned.
Have a chat with Sane. He doesn't seem so.
Well, it's fine. He's fine. He gave me his word that, he'd teach anyone that wanted or had a knack for it, but he just wants to beat the shit out of me and wants me to inevitably beat the shit out of him. That's literally all he's about. He just wants to have it. A quote. I just want to have my ass kicked. That's it. Don't know why. He just does.
That's pretty weird, man.
He's a pretty weird man.
He's a fucking dangerous man too.
Like, what does what does a man like that do in their spare time? They just seethe?
I don't want to know what he does in his spare time.
Let's not.
No.
But I think I've done the best out.
Blow shit up, that's what he does.
I'm imagining like unicorns and like amazing stuff and it's not.
Just explosions and how to make bigger explosions.
Basically, that's him. You don't get to become the head of the sword if you don't make the biggest explosions.
No, that was pretty good. Watch this. But I think I've done the best I really can here, and I know that Daig wanted to have a chat with me. Do you mind tagging along for that? Because if I got into a fight, I'm not sure I'd walk away from the next one in this state.
Yeah, why not? Could be fun if there's a fight.
Appreciate it.
I need to test out this weapon. Don't worry about it.
I'll just pump some cure wounds into myself. I don't know if any of that helping counted as a short rest. Doesn't matter if it did.
No, unfortunately.
Fair.
You've been busy. So, Arrabella, you make your way over to the forest where Katarita is, as that is where Esteban is known to be at the moment.
I'll be going along the rooftops as much as possible because I need to, get that dex practice in, and I don't want to be stopped.
Parkour.
Parkour.
Easy enough. I mean, you're high enough level now to be able to just take your time and make it actually look pretty impressive. And you're able to, in record time, make your way to the forest. You spend a few minutes searching around for him, and eventually you actually find him in front of Kataritia's tree himself. He seems just to be sort of inspecting the tree, slowly stroking his chin and then going to stroke his cat on his shoulder, then back to his chin, and just looking up at this particular tree. He doesn't seem to have noticed you arrive, actually.
I'll, go for the cat.
Esteban, someone's here. Oh, hello. Yes, you're one of the Unforgotten. Thank you for coming. I require some assistance.
I'll do what I can.
Well, there is presence here. And I am aware it is here, and I'm aware it hides from everyone except yourself and members of your party. I would like your help in convincing this presence to let me converse with it and partake of its memory fruit.
I do not control it. It is a being of itself.
I'm aware. I would just like you to simply ask it, convince it. I mean it no harm. I would really wish to. It is ancient, and the future is better seen when we know where we come from.
Inclined to agree. But you'll be here long enough now. Prove to the entity that you mean it no harm. And if he believes you, I'm sure he'll show himself. I will let them know that I perceive no harm from you since I've met you.
And as you say these words, Arri, you do feel a second set of eyes on you. You don't see Katarita, but you get the sense he is listening.
So stay here, talk to him, and maybe he'll come out and talk to you. And as long as you swear to do no harm, I'm sure they'll trust you.
I swear. I mean no harm. I'm merely interested from an educational standpoint. The cat sort of leans forward and says, "Is it alright if I climb it?"
I'll kind of look at the tree.
Tree.
Kind of look at the tree and just be like...
The tree does not give any reactions. Make an insight check against the tree.
I get the feeling it's going to be the same response as when I do this Italian. Oh, I'm still on advantage, but it would have been an 18.
The the branches ever so slightly coil in apprehension is what you can establish, perhaps, with that roll.
I think it may be best to not try and climb it without permission.
Oh, phooey.
There are plenty of other trees that you can climb to, though.
Yeah, but this is the biggest tree.
It is. It's huge.
Sparkles, it's quite alright. We'll find other trees that you can...
What was its name?
Sparkles.
Sparkles? Oh!
Sparkles.
Sparkles. Beautiful.
He's a good friend of mine. Well, then that is what I shall do. I shall converse with it. I shall tell it stories, perhaps, if that's what it wants to hear. I shall tell it of who I am and come from and where I got my cat. And hopefully, in time, he will open up to me.
Know that I know. Like, as long as it knows that I do not perceive any harm from you. And that if you ever do harm it, it has every right to end you.
Are you right there? Lesley?
Just healing Korgrin. Oh.
Korgrin, what did you do?
Nothing.
You know I can look back on this video later, right?
Oh. Just giving him some heals. Creepy bastard. Oh, sorry.
So, with that, Estuan thanks you kindly. And then he sits down. He unfurls a blanket and he sits down on it and looks up to the tree. He pulls out a book titled Stars and Their Meanings, and he begins to read from the book.
Smooth sparkles. It's been a while since I've seen a kind cat.
Wait, cats aren't kind?
I've been walking through the wild for a while, and I've just seen big ones with multiple tails and tried to kill me.
Well, I don't have any multiple tails, and I have no aspirations to kill you. Unless you try to take away my milk, then, oh boy, lady.
I don't intend to take your milk.
I was simply jesting. Estuan doesn't joke enough, so I have to do it to the both of us.
I will give it little head scratches.
Holy shit, that feels good. Wow. Like, really good. Estuan, why'd you never do that? Because it's spoiling you. And he goes back to reading the book.
You've got to spoil sparkles.
Hope you... like, why... Sorry, I'm just going to close the team chat. Jesus Christ, guys. So, I say guys, Zach.
Ricky.
He's just posting horrific memes. Like, you don't even want to know.
Oh, is that on your alternative chat?
It's the boobs chat. Don't worry, you're not missing much.
I don't want to see.
Is at the moment.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure Zach will post it in the main one if you ask him to.
I assume it's something about pussies.
No.
He went down the milking route instead.
There you go.
So, I would say to Estuan...
Where did you get that from?
You don't
That was
know.
my first thought. Where did you get that gift from?
Well,
was
no,
that gift from?
I'm assuming you probably got it from somewhere in Georgia.
Well, that's been around for a long time. Don't you worry.
I'm thinking, like, what in this whole roleplay exercise does it make?
Milk.
Milk.
Zach.
Just that.
But anyway,
Sake.
I would say to Estuan, I hope the tree sees you how I see you, and I hope that I don't see you wrong.
How do you see me?
As an ally.
I suppose that is one word to place upon me. I wish to help you. I have no aspirations to stop you. So, yes, an ally is a good word for me.
And a friend. But until then,
I only have one friend, and that is all I need.
well, I was talking to Sparkles when I said the friend part. Good day, Estuan.
Good
I
day.
wish you luck.
As he says good day, you get the feeling he's a lot more tart with you. However, you retreat from the forest, leaving Estuan to read to a tree. Alright, so who wants to go next?
I mean, we can go and do Daig, but Rennas is going to go pee, so we can go and do Daig while we wait for him.
Fair.
Sure.
So, Korgrin, Bellatrix, and Otti begin making your way across Path Ellen towards the known location, the Wings of Freedom and Daig Hammerhand. When you get there, it looks like they're like kind of like in the smack bang middle of it. It's like there's like where the what's the word I'm looking for? Where the refugees are most congregated, where it's like the highest concentration of people, shall we say? And sort of sifting away through this, eventually you can find 3 individuals sitting around a small little camp. They are currently divvying up rations, as well as handing out good berries that seem to be coming from the elven woman known as Samira. The half-orc Gunther is there. He is he's having a raucous laugh with many of the blokes there. You know, just telling them some funny stories. He seems to be having some making some good impressions. Samira is fitting in as a pure elf. She's fitting in really well. Daig, however, is sitting at the campsite, you know, just kind of minding his own business, really. Until eventually he locks eyes with the rest of you. And his first expression is one of smiling recognition, and then he kind of just sinks into sort of like embarrassment a little. What do you want to do?
Call out to him, I suppose. What have you got to be so meek about?
Korgrin, right? I remember correctly, Korgrin.
You do, aye.
Clan Bravebeard.
It's the one.
Aye. Right. Okay. Look, there ain't no easy way to be saying this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. All right. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry about how we last met. I'm sorry about me taking that armor. You know, I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't, but I want us to at least try to make amends, start fresh. Look, we're on the same side now, and we can't have infighting in our own side, especially if we're going to go the way I think most of the people are saying here it's going to go. And if you don't want me around, I'll fuck off. I'll go back to Philly Durzan or something. But I want to help out. I'm not a bad person. I was down on my luck on a few occasions, and the arena was a good place to try and make some quick coin, fast. And, well, I mean, I was against it at first, but, Samira, she got away with that one. And she and Gunther, they've convinced me that if this is going to work, if we're going to help out, then I need to own up to the responsibility of what I did and look it dead in the eye, dwarf to dwarf, and he does so, and say, I'm sorry.
How did they die?
Truth be told, I did not kill them. I found them next to some bodies of these black-robed people, and at night, believe it or not.
Does that sound like it's probably Travok?
No.
Black-robed people in a night.
Black Road people.
But the same people that attacked Travok.
Fair enough.
Yeah, these are
But-
this sounds like the same kind of group that have attacked you
Okay.
throughout your searches for your previous family members. It wasn't unheard of for you to discover the bodies of cousins
No.
surrounded by bodies of similarly black-robed people.
Male, female,
He was male. I think
young
he-
or old?
Maybe a little bit younger. Probably hadn't seen his 60th name day yet.
Pointing. What else? What else did you note in the area?
Stank, like a lot of gas in the air. I assumed it was the bodies, but they didn't look rotten or nothing. But truth be told, I didn't stick around long enough to truly investigate. I just saw really expensive looking dwarven armor, and I didn't have any armor, so I took it. And I'm sorry, I really am.
And what would you do now that you're here? What is your intention?
Well, Samara is one of the finest lasses I've ever seen with a bow. Gunther, charismatic as he is powerful, he's got a lot of spells in his repertoire. I did have a couple of others, but obviously they're not here anymore. Obviously, I had Haggart, but he fell in the arena. And I did have the new guy, Bunyan, but he skipped out on us after the arena. I have no idea where he is.
What about these people? The half-elves, the ones that have left?
I mean, Samara always talked about when after she had a few drinks, of course, she always talked about how the half-elves weren't treated right. And Dag and Gunther and I, we just kind of nodded our heads and say, yeah, okay, you've had a little bit too much to drink to Samara, but I think we were just kind of swept up in the privilege of it all, I'll be honest. Dwarves are fully accepted members of society. Half-orcs are to a lesser degree, but we never experienced the same prejudices that the half-elves took. And I mean, I was aware it was there, but I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was gotten to the part where they would do an armed rebellion, and then the Drolastians would take up arms to slaughter children in the street. So, yeah, that kind of is a bit of an eye-opener for you, especially when Samara gets really passionate the way she does.
Do you intend to stick around?
If you have me. I don't want to stay where I'm not wanted. I'd like to help, but I don't want...
Then I'll make you a proposition. You're free to turn it down. As you say, you're free to fuck off. Though there's not much left of Philly Durzan
Aye.
after the knight known as Garrick du Blanc has ransacked our home. There's plenty left, but it's been under siege since we've been in Jas Jakai.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Because you didn't.
I assume we've kicked their asses already.
Not by a long shot. No, if you can scry on Philly Durzan, you'll see for yourself. But unfortunately, this is now a dwarven matter as well. But off topic, my proposition: you stick around, you protect these people, you make sure they have a home, you fend for them when they're not able to fend for themselves. You do as the Bravebeards would do. They protect everyone. And in return, go through my backpack, bring out the frostbeard armor that I still carry.
His
In
eyes
return.
light up at it. I'll give you a
consider you
I'll
an
give you a
honoring-
counter. Let me give you a counter proposal. Let me earn my way. Let me earn my own armor, and you'll keep that. The Hammerholts have... we've never been a prestigious clan. We've never had armor made in our names. I hope maybe in this coming conflict I can earn enough honor that we won't seen as the tricksters and rascals that we are. Maybe I can make a name for the family in the coming conflict.
Perhaps.
So I'll take you up on your offer, but you can keep the armor. I'll make my own.
Or I can make one for you.
Only after I've earned it, I think. Look, don't get me wrong, I've got my magics to protect me. I'm a fairly nifty wizard if I say so myself. But,
No, certainly I...
I've got Gunther and I've got Samira, so I'm not alone.
And I have no qualms with that. Once you've earned it, once you've held up your part of the bargain, you're welcome to call this place your home as any of the others.
I appreciate that.
I'll hold out my hand to...
He takes it. He was actually going to extend his hand pretty much at the same time. So there's an awkward, but then you do take each other's hands and you give it a single firm handshake.
Sure you hold up your end.
Aye.
Good day, Deeg.
Good day, Korgrin. As you walk away, the half-orc Gunther who's been watching this sort of comes over and puts his hand there and says, you're making friends already, Mally Wheel, man. Well done, well done. Great, come on, let's go. And they walk away.
I appreciate the backup, you two. Thank you.
Got your back, but didn't need us, but we got you.
You caught me on the wrong day. That could have gone very differently, but no, thank you. I appreciate knowing that the friends are there, no matter what. Thank you.
Punch her on the arm.
You get a bruise. You get one of Sane's bruises.
Oh, sorry.
Come on. You just healed that,
Let's hobble back.
I'm on 90 out of 93, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, Rennas, do you go to see the mighty elements?
Yes, I shall go and visit them.
Okay. So they're more on the eastern side of the refugee camp at the moment, but they're pretty noticeable in the crowd. They're like a heavily armed group of Dragonborn led by a blue tiefling.
They stand out amongst a bunch of starving.
Oh yeah, they do. They haven't noticed you. How do you want to approach them?
I will circle around, approach them from the front so they can see me coming.
Okay.
And friendly, no weapons out.
Very good. So
Might regret it.
So as they see you coming, they all get to their feet until you get closer. And then Glory steps forward and extends his hand to shake your hand.
I reach my hand out. It's
Takes it.
it's good to see you again. I heard you asked to see me. What can I do for you?
Can you make a Constitution saving throw? I'm just joking.
It's poison.
Pushes my hand.
He goes, "Oh yes, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Please come." And he offers you a seat on a sort of upended stump. Basically, that they've been kind of using as like a communal area. They look like
on the stump.
They look like they've been helping out, but these people are more warriors than workers, so they are looking a little bored. And the Dragonborn only sit when Glory seats, and they basically follow after him. Glory is sitting directly opposite to you, and he's looking at you with quite hawk-like eyes. And he says, I am glad that you have come, good friend Rennas. I have a couple of questions, and I would hope that you would answer them out of respect of what we have established here.
I have no reason to lie to you. I will answer honestly.
Well, rumor is about in the refugees that, well, my men and I, we would like to confirm that war is coming.
It is coming. It is not coming soon.
Well,
We are no force to face the might of the king's army at the moment.
well, it is a good idea. These starving half-elves that are only starting now to have good meal, not army, we would get crushed. I believe the mighty elements will take down many enemies, but we cannot take down armies. I'm sure it is the same for you.
I know the feeling.
So, we are finding ourselves a little out of place, and without enemies to fight, well, Talhun is taking off his scales to chew. Not a good habit for Dragonborn. We would like permission to train new recruits, utilize our skills, and train people.
That sounds like a perfect use of your talents. You are more than welcome here. If that is what would bring you happiness, it will definitely help the army here.
Excellent. The slight issue is that we are not half-elves. We are Dragonborn and Tiefling. So, if people are to pay attention to us, if they are to treat us as, shall we say, commanders in army, we would like you to give official statement to populace that the mighty elements have been given authority to do as we please.
I am happy to give a statement that the mighty elements have been given a position of training to help the half-elves train. But I would like to clarify that this is not a heightened position above other half-elves. Everyone is equal here. Everyone is equal. Everyone gets a fair share.
Yeah, that is very noble of you, but you will find on battlefield, if everyone was equal, no one gets orders, everyone dies. In war, there are superiors, and we would like to be named as such. We would like to lead, we would like to utilize our skills, and be recognized as such. It is doing this that we earn our glory.
Your skills would definitely be valuable to us. They would definitely help us in battle and in training. We could potentially set aside one of the houses. That could be for the mighty elements.
It is not houses that we are interested in. We are interested in leading armed forces. We don't have to lead entire armies, but a company would be good. Just give us authority, commanders, captains, whatever you wish.
This does seem like it is definitely doable. I would have to take a discussion back with the rest of the party to find appropriate ranks for you all.
Of course.
This would not be to diminish you, but it's important that. But this is. I 100% respect your valuableness to us.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and we have many skills that can be utilized for betterment of your army, and we can teach these skills to many of these, let's just say, not warrior half-elves. So, if you would like half-elves to learn how to fight in war instead of run away from war, which is what just happened, then we can do this.
I mean, they ran away from an unwinnable battle, but already there is talk of going back, as you have already heard yourself.
Well, if every single half-elf could wield blade and utilize magic to an effective degree, there would have been no
definitely be helpful. Very, very true. And had there not been people in the capital preventing them from learning how to wield blades and magic, perhaps they would have done, which is exactly why they were kept down. As I said, your skills will be valuable.
This is debatable, but we are not here for debate. We are here to help.
Very true. But no, your skills are definitely recognised. They will definitely be helpful, and I'm sure we can find a position that would suit both yourselves and the rest of the people here, and we can come to a mutual understanding.
I appreciate that. The sooner will be better. I keep on having to have Pela put on new bandages on Tahoe, and he gets very rigid when he does not do much.
Understood. We'll see what we can do as soon as.
Well then, I shall not keep you. Mighty Elements, you give your new commander a salute. The 4 Dragonborn stand up and they salute you. They are soldiers.
I'll just lean in slightly closer to Gloria and just say, can I just ask what the deal is here? I mean, why is it all the Dragonborn? Why do they follow you?
Because they respect me.
Do I want to know why they respect you?
Because I am warrior. Because I am glory. They seek glory. They find it with me.
Understood. I'm sure they are very lucky to have you in their lives. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. You take care and we'll speak soon, yes?
Thank you very much. And I will turn around and head off.
Alright, so you walk away, leaving them. The mighty elements below. So I say, throughout the day, you guys have been speaking to a few people, and I suppose at this point we're getting closer to mid-afternoon. You guys would eventually all found your way back to your keep. And after a days of speaking with everyone, when you all find yourselves back to each other, you grab yourselves some drinks, a little bit of bites of food. You sit down. What would you like to say?
Because
I would like to find Loic. Sorry, after you, Arri. Carry on.
You can do that. I just forgot that I didn't talk to Korgrin yesterday.
I didn't. I just didn't bring it up.
Yeah, I need to talk to Korgrin.
Because you were drunk. You go and talk to Korgrin.
Because my little sister was drunk.
Yeah, looking after Verity.
Rennas goes to Loic. Arrabella takes Korgrin aside.
Chicka wow wow.
Thing like you think it is, sweetie. Sorry.
Look at what I've started. Both Ellie did that at the same time as you, Zach.
Bellatrix and Otti just begin madly making out with each other on top of the table.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Wanlan's there just watching, making notes. Mortal love.
Would you like anything? Would you like some lubricant? Would you like some...
Would you like some feathers?
Whips? Chains?
Whipped cream?
A paddle?
I leave and go back to my room and just shut the door.
Oh.
Bye, Otti. No, come back.
So, Korgrin and Arrabella, you find yourselves outside.
You can detect evil, yes.
Give me heads up, and it's something that I can prepare. It's you know how clerics work, the whole magic mumbo jumbo, but I can do it. Just give me some notice.
I'm not sure if you remember Greenfold.
I do. What's
do you
about
remember Tobias?
Of course.
I don't know if he's still out there. Obviously, we were in the caves and then in Jarrus Jakai, so I knew that we'd be reasonably safe. But with us potentially going back to Greenfold or past Greenfold, I worry that he may still be around, that he may still be after me and Verity.
Grace confirmed when you met with her that Tobias was not a true revenancy and was in fact tethered to Desdemona, and when she died, his spirit was sent back to where she summoned it from.
Okay. Fair enough. There is no need to worry about Tobias. I don't need to have this conversation.
You did that thing where I asked everyone about Fort Might, and then I went, Oh, never mind. I actually know everything about Fortnite. Let me tell you, that was a rhetorical question.
Yes,
Um,
basically.
I mean,
Um,
if there's anyone that you're concerned about, I'm still more than welcome to do it. Just as I say, give me a heads up.
I will do. I can't
I mean,
think.
Korgrin, no one's ever asked Korgrin to spy on anyone, like to scry in on anybody. So,
It's because I have the connection to them, and
but you can give them a very good description of them, and that helps.
then I'll ask you to find Gerald.
Describe him to me.
Gerald is the last time I saw him. Anyway, it was a while ago now. He is a mid-30s. He is about the height of Rennas. He's bald. He is physically fit, not buff, but not portly either.
Lean.
Lean, yes, exactly. He has one brown eye, and the other one is half brown and half blue. He has no facial hair. He does have 3 piercings in his left ear, and he is missing his left canine. Apparently, he had a bar fight.
Do you have anything of his? That a note, letter, if you still have something from him, that would help.
I have a letter from him.
I'd say that goes some of the way towards being a belonging, so if not, it was his sent to you. It was from him.
He would have one of these too, and I'd bring out the tipper coin.
Alright, that'll probably narrow it down.
And he also gave me this dagger.
The dagger would help. That would certainly help. Is he dear to you?
He helped me.
Fair
he
enough. So
taught me how to survive.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I did tried some scrying yesterday, so I kind of still have it in my repertoire, so we can go now if you'd like.
Appreciate it. I'm not sure if he's even still alive. A blade sent him on a nasty mission to punish me for throwing a dagger at him. Funnily enough, the one that you have in your hands now.
Shame it didn't hit.
I know, right? Fucking tieflin. Wait, are you endorsing me hating people?
Oh, only if we mutually dislike the person. But I would never publicly say that, so this conversation never happened, or that part didn't anyway.
Okay, and I'll tap the side of my nose. Our little secret then.
Mm-hmm. You make sure it keeps that way. I don't want Rennas finding out about this and old people.
But I think he may want to kill Blade too, to be fair.
Well,
I'm pretty certain Blade would want to kill him if he found out who he was anyway.
Blade knows who I am.
You're not there.
I know, but I'm telling you, out of character, Blade knows who I am.
Yeah, but...
Roger. But, let's ixnay it. It helps to have quiet.
I'll follow you.
I'd probably go to the forge, because that's where I'd feel most at home with my magic.
Okay.
So I will attempt to scry.
Alright, so you sit down. Scrying, is it an action or a
Let me find out. It is casting time 10 minutes.
Alright, so you sit down and you begin concentrating on the very detailed description that Arrabella has given you, along with the objects that she has also given you are really, from what you can imagine, like a relatively good, decent chance of being able to scry in on this individual. Now I need to make a saving throw, and I'm going to -9 to it.
Fair. So it is a wisdom save, and it's against my spell save DC, basically.
Right, what's your spell save DC?
16.
There's a plus. So, you focus. Focusing on that one individual, that Gerald, where he could be. And then, your eyes leave you. You are traveling across skies, open blue skies, heading away. Eventually, the clouds disappear, and it becomes an open badland, sand-like area, very, very rocky area. And then eventually, it kind of zooms down a little bit, going into some more rocky, craggy areas. And then you see a red tent beside a purple one. And outside it, you see two individuals currently in discussion. One of them is what appears to be a gnomish woman with a longbow over her shoulders, shortish brown hair, no dirty clothes. The other one is a hooded individual, currently covered in all manners of dirt and grime. It looks very, very similar to the description that was given to you. Have we found it yet? Not yet. It's, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Weeks. What do the reports say? Have we double-checked everything? Yes, we're being very careful about this. What does Blade want with it anyway? I mean, like, do you even know what it does? Well, whatever Blade wants is whatever, the big boss wants, so best we can do is just keep ourselves quiet and up to the task. We might have to move area. I mean, we've combed this place so many times. Perhaps, but there's a few nooks and crannies we haven't looked under yet. Alright, well, I'm going to go get some rest. Try and get some of the sand out of my boots. Alright, sleep well then. And with that, your vision fades. Back.
So good news. He is alive.
It's like Arri will kind of just tackle him because she's happy as fuck someone she cares about hasn't died.
Okay, a little bit tight on the squeeze, but he's looking for something for Blade. And they did mention a big boss above Blade. That never really bodes well if there's a secret, boss above a boss that we didn't know about. I thought Blade was the head of the Tippers.
I don't think we ever believed that. I believe.
I did. I've never met the Tippers before.
Like in my head, it's not Blade. There is a boss above Blade.
I'll just say that I certainly was under the impression, I'm sure Arri would have been as well, that Blade was the head of the Tippers in Brine,
yes,
but
correct.
not total.
No,
there are several sections of the Tippers. Blade is the leader of one of them.
Yeah.
Korgrin wouldn't know. As far as
Arri
he's
would
aware, they
explain
got
that.
kicked out of the Jarshtakai, and that was it. What's left of the Tippers is in Brine.
They're everywhere. We'll probably encounter them in Meltokyo. They were definitely in Oakenheath. It's how I met Gerald, and how I imagine Rennas became one.
Fair enough. Can't say I'm thrilled. Whatever they're looking for, they've not found. and they're in kind of a Badlandsy area, giant pillars of rock and stone, lots of dust. It sounds and looks a little bit like the frontier to me, but I can't tell for certain, other than there's not many places in Windward that really match that same description. So he's kicking about. He's a bit pissed. There's sand in his boots, and he's been there a while, but they're still looking for whatever it is.
He's alive. That's all that matters to me right now. I'll see if I can think of anything that I may have looked at that could give me an idea of what they may be looking for. You're pretty certain it was the frontier? You can't think of anywhere else? Can I think of anywhere else that it could have been?
Jack? Because I'm...
All you know is sandy, rocky area. The frontier matches that description, but it could be any sandy, rocky area in the material realm. So
true, but within weeks of travel, Philly Durzan's relatively near to the frontier as well. It's kind of where Korgrin's head's going as a logical location.
It's a logical assumption, yes.
Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where, but that'd be my stab in the dark, Unfortunately, again, I don't get to learn the exact place. It's just I go to where they go. It's all a bit of a blur in between.
Just remember Blade telling me that he was sending him somewhere dangerous as a way of making me pay for my insolence. So a part of me hopes that they don't find it, if I'm completely honest. Because I don't know what will happen if they do.
I mean, putting something in the hands of a criminal organization never exactly goes well, so...
Putting things in the monarchy doesn't really go very well either.
That's fine. Monarchs are dicks regardless.
Yeah.
Hello?
New Discord. Who dis?
George has just arrived.
What the
A new challenger!
Alright, well, we don't have a lot of time, but Rennas, you wanted to go speak with Loic?
Yes, so I just want to see Loic, and I basically want to speak to him about the offer that the Mighty Elements made. So the Mighty Elements have got a lot to offer. They're tough fighters, they fought hard in the arena. They could definitely give us a lot of benefit, but they seemed quite keen on having a position of leadership, which is reasonable because they'd be training people. But what I would suggest is that if you're going to stay here and manage the day-to-day things, that perhaps you could keep an eye on them, and obviously you would be above them in whatever hierarchy we do put in place. So then you could counteract any issues if any came up.
Make a persuasion roll. It went everywhere, all over the area.
I don't know. As I opened, it just rolled, but hey, I'll roll again.
Hours to clean it up as well.
He looks at you and says, well, I suppose we could make them sergeants or something, like work them up, just to get them to prove themselves, and then I'll keep a couple of my trusted eyes on them. Does that sound good?
I would appreciate that. I mean, I think they're good people at their heart, but I think they spend too much time in the capital. The Glory, at least his opinion on half-elves isn't great, but we can change that, and we must change that. We can't just kill everyone that hates us.
I have I've heard rumours, shall we say, of a few people that used to work in the arena, and well, let's just say their opinion of the Mighty Elements is not the greatest, so they've got a lot of work ahead of them.
I understand that, but they did help us get out. They did help us in the menagerie. That's got to count for something.
That's true, and it does count for something, especially...
People make mistakes in their lives. People learn new things. We have to let them grow and let them evolve and not just judge them for how they were back in the capital, where everyone was just pretty much fighting to survive. The half-elves had it worse, but the humans aren't fucking happy there. Jesus Christ, have you seen the starvation in the cities? It's ridiculous.
Well, at least humans can go wherever the fuck they wanted. Not like the half-elves that was starved in the streets and raided every single night, and our children was nearly killed and smoked out. It's not like the humans cared much about that.
Loic, you're focusing on the wrong people. The humans weren't the problem. The king and all that government bollocks, they were the problem. The other people, yes, they were slightly above you. That's not good, but they were still trodden on just as much. Everyone needs to band together and fight the hierarchy.
Well, this is why I've asked you to be leaders, because if it was up to me, I'd burn the whole thing down, which is probably not the best course of action.
Not for now. Maybe one day. Maybe it'll be needed. Or maybe we can just stop it freezing and it'll burn down all on its own.
Anyway, I got a lot to do. Can you give me the room?
Can I give him the room? Yeah. Did he ask me to leave the room? Is that what he actually asked?
Yeah. Can you give him the room?
Not a problem at all, and I'll walk out.
All right. Thanks, Rennas. Stop by, when I'm not so knee deep in it.
I'm not sure when that'll be, but yeah. Cheers, Loic.
And with that, I'd say the day is coming closer to an end. And I think we'll call it for an evening, guys.